Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The weather has finally aligned with our wishes. So, from inundation, let's move to exhilarating exaltation.
We welcome you all to the grand finale of the Inquizitor 2016. As we know, general knowledge is a very effective part of a student's life. It increases the confidence level of students. Comprehensive knowledge of various fields definitely enhances one's personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lit lamp in Indian culture symbolizes eternal knowledge being bestowed. The burning flame perpetually enlightens all individuals with the knowledge of the universe and ferries them across illusion.
Lighting the lamp is in way an invocation of the waves of knowledge. So here we invite our chief guest, Mr. H.S. Dagar, President, Indian Rayon, and Mrs. Anu Dagar,
Mr. D. Kamath, Joint President, Indian Rayon,
Mr. Yogendra Raghuvanshi, Senior VP HR, Indian Rayon, and Mrs. Vinita Raghuvanshi,
and other dignitaries from Indian Rayon and invited principals to light the auspicious lamp.
Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampada. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampada. Shatru buddhi vinashaya dipajyotir namostute. Dipajyotir namostute. Dipajyotir parabrahma. Dipajyotir janardanah. Dipajyotir parabrahma. Dipajyotir janardanah. Deepo hartu me papam. Sandhya deepa namostute. O deepa brahma rupastvam. Jyotisham prabhuravyayah. O deepa brahma rupastvam. Jyotisham prabhuravyayah. Arogyam dehi putransha. Matim swachham hi me sada. Raverastam samarabhya. Yavat suryodayo bhavet. Raverastam samarabhya. Yavat suryodayo bhavet. Yasya tishte druhe deepa. Tasya nasti daridrata. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shatru buddhi vinashaya dipajyotir namostute. Dipajyotir namostute. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah.
thank you everyone.
The Aditya Birla Group's strength lies in the diversity of its people, their thoughts and their experiences.
It has evolved by imbibing the 5 core values of integrity, commitment, passion, seamlessness, and speed.
So, with this, we request everyone to rise for the Aditya Vandana.
आदित्यः सविता सूर्या खगः भूषा गभस्तिमान् सुवर्णसदृशो भानुर्विश्वरेता दिवाकरः
तच्चामि कराभाय हरये विश्वकर्मणे नमस्तमो विनिघ्नाय कुजये लोकसाक्षिणे जयाय जय भद्राय हर्षवाय नमो नमः सहस्रांश आदित्याय नमो नमः आदित्याय नमो नमः
We request everyone to take their seats.
We are privileged to have a galaxy of eminent guests among us tonight. Presence of such august assembly has already created an aura of ardent desire for learning.
So, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to all dignitaries. We request Ma'am Rathika and her team to present a fragrant floral welcome to all the distinguished guests.
Mr. H.S. Dagar, President Indian Rayon and Chairman ABPS. Mrs. Anu Dagar.
Mr. D. Kamath, Joint President, Indian Rayon.
Mr. Yogendra Raghuvanshi, Senior VP HR, Indian Rayon and Secretary ABPS.
Mrs. Vinita Raghuvanshi.
Mr. Govardhan Gupta, Vice President, Finance.
Mr. R.P. Tiwari, Assistant Vice President, SSY.
Mr. Venu Gopal, Senior General Manager, Production.
Mr. Gyanesh Mathur, Principal, ABPS Kovaya.
Mrs. Neeta Menon, Principal, ABPS, Jafrabad.
Mr. Manoj Dubey, Principal, DPS Rajkot.
Mrs. Jessie Roy, Principal, Global International, Junagadh. In the words of our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, our values provide us with our roots and they provide us with our wings.
Though our group is spread across the globe with cultural diversities, we are one Aditya Birla group. And here we have a welcome dance exhibiting the same ethos of oneness.
Swagatam,
amongst us Mrs. Thesemma Anto, Principal NKDAV Siddhigram. We would also like to invite Mrs. Dolly Vaja, Principal Aga Khan Chitrawad.
And that was a mesmerizing performance. Give them a big round of applause.
Music washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. It says all the things that words cannot express.
Real life is challenging. We all have limitations. We all make mistakes. But dedication, passion, determination, and above all, the ability to fight back and overcome daunting challenges are the hallmark of a champion.
And when we are about to venture into a momentous event for the Aditya Birla Group schools, I would like to invite the school choir to express the overwhelming emotions and feelings of the participants.
And to boost their morale and to infuse indomitable spirit for victory, here we have an inspirational song.
Give them a huge round of applause for such a captivating performance.
When our school was entrusted with the responsibility to host the inter-school quiz, we knew it was a painstaking endeavor. Conducting the online qualifying round presented its own challenges.
But, as they say, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. The team began working earnestly, and thanks to the cooperation, coordination, and expertise of our team, we conducted the qualifying round without a hitch.
So, let us revisit how our team made the Inquizitor 2016 qualifying round a walk in the park.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A message from Dr. Shyamlal Ganguly, CEO, GHR Education.
It was in the year 2001 when GHR Education became a reality with the Aditya Birla Group schools coming under one umbrella. The canopy widened with every passing year, becoming a huge tree. And this year of 2016, we, as one Aditya Birla Group, commemorate 15 glorious years of GHR Education with a vast family of 40 plus schools coming together to bask in the glory. What better way to rejoice in the journey well traveled than to connect and bring together schools from every nook and corner of the country in various competitions. I congratulate all the finalists of Inquizitor 2016 and wish them and also Mrs. Reggie and her team all the best.
Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. What can be the more perfect moment than to celebrate 15 years of GHR education and bring together all the Aditya Birla schools on one common platform through various competitions such as quiz, one-act play and debate. The quiz comprised two phases. Phase 1, an online qualifying round, and Phase 2, the final quiz. No doubt, Phase 1, that is the online quiz, was the perfect example of significant teamwork, rich use of technology, and meticulous function. But the things always are not as smooth as they appear, as it was a big challenge for Team ABPS to connect 28 schools across the length and breadth of our country to a common server at the same time. As it is rightly said, where there is a will, there is a way. The online quiz was conducted very smoothly on September 6, 2016. 28 schools cutting across 11 states, right from SPV Kutch, Gujarat to ABVB Rishra, West Bengal, and ABPS Jagdishpur, Uttar Pradesh to ABPS Kurnool, Tamil Nadu, logged in the common server without any technical glitch.
One direction, we stick together in any weather. Firm foundation, nothing can shake us or ever break us. In pride and unity we hold a strong dedication to our mission. We stand one for all and all for one. We are one.
We are Aditya Birla Group.
We are one.
We shine like the rays of the sun.
We are one.
We are Aditya Birla Group.
We are one.
We shine like the rays of the sun. promises. We are a family, proud of our legacy.
As one, we keep on moving towards the burning dawn of the future.
Our culture is diversity. When we come together, nothing can stop us. We stand one for all and all for one. We are one. We are Aditya Birla Group.
We are one.
We shine like the rays of the sun.
We are one.
We are Aditya Birla Group.
We are one.
We shine like the rays of the sun. We are Aditya Birla Group. We shine like the rays of the sun. We are Aditya Birla Group. We shine like the rays of the sun.
The quiz was an ideal platform with the features like quick login, intricate instructions, standard questions with timer, quiz report analysis, and cyber monitoring. The great team coordination, technical expertise, able guidance and true dedication of Team ABPS created history.
Hello, this is Arkanayak from ABPS Chittorgarh. First of all, let me express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Shamlal Ganguly, our friend, philosopher, guide and mentor, for having incubated the idea of getting 3 inter-ABG schools competitions, namely quiz, one-act play and English debate, to commemorate the completion of 15 years of ABG HR education. Besides this, he has also taken a few more innovative steps. In the present context, I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to Madam Nipa Rezi, Principal ABPS VERAVAL, who volunteered to organize this momentous quiz competition. Thanks to her meticulous planning and the support of her colleagues, especially the teacher of computer science, and of course the cooperation of the local unit management, that she excelled in conducting a world-class, hassle-free online qualifying round. Ma'am Rezi, hats off to you and your team for shouldering this Herculean task for all of us. I wish you and your team an equal, robust conduct of the final round of the Inquizitor 2016. I also wish the best to all the participants who come from various Aditya Birla Group schools from across the whole country. Thank you and all the best.
15 years of GHR education, we, under the directive of our CEO, Dr. Ganguly, decided to bring about various initiatives, the inter-school quiz competition being one among them. Mrs. Nipa Rezi, Principal of the Aditya Birla Public School of VERAVAL, and her team were given the privilege of hosting the inter-school quiz competition 2016. I remember on the 16th of August, we received a detailed list of rules and regulations with intrinsic details looked into for the smooth conduct of the online quiz competition. On the 2nd of September was the demo session of the quiz, which gave a good exposure to our students for the preliminary quiz to be held on the 6th of September 2016. On 6th September, all the students, in fact 28 schools, were all geared up to answer this quiz. The competition was of very high level conduct in a very professional manner with questions of very good standard and effective usage of technology. Though our students never qualified, but indeed it was a great exposure and an enriching experience. Kudos to all the 9 schools, the principals and the teams who have made it for the finals of Inquizitor 2016. And hearty congratulations to Mrs. Neepa Reggie, under whose dynamic leadership I am sure Inquizitor 2016 will be a thundering success. Congratulations and best of luck to everybody.
And here we are, geared up to see finalists who, having traveled thousands of kilometers, vying with one another for the coveted trophies to bring glory to their alma mater.
Give a huge round of applause for such an impressive presentation.
Now, I would like to invite our respected Principal Madam, the sculptor of human character, a seasoned scholar, and the navigator of this flagship of knowledge to introduce tonight's Quizmaster.
Honorable Chief Guest, Shri H.S. Dagar and Mrs. Anu Dagar, Mr. D. Kamath, Mrs. and Mr. Yogendra Raghuvanshi, Senior Executives of Indian Rayon, Principals of various schools, teachers and dear students. Once again, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you all. I feel privileged to introduce the quiz master for Inquizitor, Mr. Kunal Savarkar, to you all, who is a very well-known and renowned name in the quiz world. Your life does not change for better by chance. It gets better by change. Kunal Savarkar is a rarity who successfully straddles 2 entirely different profiles. A qualified and practicing architect who has worked on projects in India, Europe and Africa, and a quiz master with more than 1,000 quizzes under his belt over 15 years. He has conducted quizzes at some of the most prestigious institutions in the country, including the National Defense Academy, Kharaghwasla, various IITs, IIMs, NITs, and numerous schools and colleges. He has been associated with over 1,000 episodes of various TV game shows. Kunal was content editor for popular TV shows like Kaun Banega Crorepati and BBC Mastermind India. He's a promoter of Express Minds Edutainment, which has conducted India's largest ever quiz program, the Intac India Heritage Quiz 2015, the Sweden India Nobel Memorial Quiz 2014-16. Kunal is also the host of Sawal Dilli Ka, which aired on Doordarshan in 2014, the Doordarshan Inter-College Quiz 2014-15. Express Minds has organized knowledge events in over 100 cities in India in 3 years of operation. He is the co-author of a dozen books on general knowledge and quizzing. Kunal, who's the founding figure of www.justquiz.com, which allows easy online quizzing to users around the world. It is based on crowdsourced model for content and outreach and is now being used by several student groups for online quizzing. He is also a director in one of the India's largest architectural firms, Arcom Consults. Kunal lives and works out of New Delhi. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. This is what is exemplified by Mr. Kunal Savarkar. Mr. Kunal, on behalf of the entire Rayon management and on behalf of the Aditya Birla schools, kindly accept our most sincere and warm welcome, which we would like to say with flowers. I would request Mrs. Radhika to kindly offer a floral welcome. Thank you, Mr. Kunal. Now the stage is all yours. Kindly give him a rousing welcome. Thank you. God bless.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, so that's slightly better. Do you know which city I've come from? Which city have I come from? Right, okay. So people in Delhi speak a bit louder than this. Okay? In fact, they speak much louder than this, right? So, how are you all? Are you feeling good? Okay, so that's slightly better, okay? And because we speak so loudly in Delhi, we also tend to hear a bit less. So you know what I'm trying to tell you, right? I'm trying to tell you that if you want me to hear you, you need to really yell out, okay? Right? So it's a pleasure to be here at VERAVAL, and let me share a very small story with you. Number one, I have to warn you. All quiz masters are in love with their voices, okay? All quiz masters, okay? They may not say so, they may not admit it, but all of them. I work with Siddharth Basu, he'll never admit it. He likes his own voice, I like my own voice. I hope you like it as well. And once we have a mic in our hands, we just can't stop, okay? So when we have 9 teams on stage, we'll see how they want to tell us, but in fact, let's do that. We've got these 9 teams that are waiting to come here. I've seen some of them, okay? They look very sharp. I have to tell you this. I've also seen the scores that they've got in this online test, and at least 3 teams scored more than I did on that test. So I have to tell you this, okay? So we're going to call up Team A first, and I think we've got a lovely presentation. We're going to see their names up on that screen. Team A, can we have your introductions, please? Right, it's all happening. Okay, so they are from Chhattisgarh. This is from ABPS Hirmi, Prakhar and Rudransh. Please give them a big round of applause. Come up, guys. Come up from here. Right, welcome.
One direction, we stick together in any weather.
Right. Next team coming up, that's Team B.
Foundation.
ABPS Ravan, also from Chhattisgarh. We've got Rameshwari Verma and Vatsal Dhama.
Pride and unity we hold, a strong dedication to our mission.
Right, so all of them have butterflies in their stomachs, I'm sure. You know you're allowed to smile. Later, okay, right, okay. Welcome, come. Hi. Right, so 2 teams from Chhattisgarh. Next up, Team C. From Gujarat, this is the ABPS VERAVAL. So I noticed that you clapped a bit more for them. Oh my God, they're clapping all over again. Right.
All the businesses, we are a family.
How are you?
Proud of our legacy.
Fine.
As one, we keep on moving towards the burning dawn of the future.
Right, so the 4th team coming up. This is not in any particular order. Alphabetical order, in fact. Team D is ABPS VERAVAL, Ananya Priyanshi and Bhavati Kansagra. Okay, so they are smiling. That's good. Welcome.
We shine like the rays of the sun. We are Aditya Birla Group.
Right, so that's 4 teams, 5 more to go. Team E is the team from SPV Kutch, that's Abhijit and Prince. Welcome. Team F coming up from ABPS Gulbarga, that's all the way from Karnataka, that's Hema Reddy and Aditya Jathar. All of these students have done very well on that preliminary online test, okay? It was really well conducted and you all done superbly well. Well done, come.
Direction.
Are you happy?
We stick together.
Not very sure whether they're happy or not.
Firm foundation.
Team G.
Nothing can shake us.
ABPS Kotputli, that's Rajasthan, that's Riddhi Goyal and Muskan Agarwal.
We hold a strong dedication to our mission. We stand one
Welcome.
for all and
They are both smiling, good. And you're both tall. Come.
we are one.
Team H. ABPS Jagdishpur from Uttar Pradesh, that's Anubhav Singh and Devanshu Srivastav.
Like the rays of the sun. We are Aditya Birla Group. We shine like the rays of the sun.
And the last team, certainly not the least, is Team I, which is ABVB Rishra from West Bengal. That's a really long way off, okay? That's Devdulal Srivastav and Anik Ghosh.
As one, we keep on moving towards the burning dawn of the future.
Our culture is diversity. When we come together, nothing can stop us.
Right, so now we've got a long evening ahead of us, okay? So we have a quiz which is very long, okay? So this is not a word of warning to all of you. I'm trying to encourage all of you, okay? You all done very well on this online test, but a live show is always very different, right? Okay. I need to know whether they're listening to me or not. So I'm going to play a small game with all of you. We've got some audience prizes. Where are those? Right, so audience, this is why you're interested, okay? So we've got some prizes for you, and prizes are of two kinds. There are prizes for questions that you'll answer, and there are prizes for listening to the quizmaster. And there are more prizes in the latter category, right? So if you listen to me, you're going to get lots of prizes, and they're all coming here now. They're going to come and sit here. Teams, I want to hear all your voices, okay? Some of you are feeling very nervous, okay? Some of you shook hands with me and their hands were wet with sweat, okay? I would like to think that it's excitement, but I think it's a bit of nervousness, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to play a small game, okay? I'll explain why we are playing the game later. But the game is that you're going to tell all of us your names and you're going to tell us how you're feeling at this moment. Okay? For example, I would say that I'm Kunal Savarkar and I'm feeling nervous. Okay, there are 1,000 people sitting here, I'm feeling nervous, right? So the game is that you can't use that word again. So you can't use the word nervous again. Okay? So if he used one word, you can't use that word. So by the time we come to you, you'll have to think of something really out of this world. Okay? Are we ready to play this game? Okay, so he's a great competitor, so I'm going to start with him. Okay. So team I, introduce yourselves, okay, tell us where you're from, and each of you, I want to hear your voices, okay, there's a reason for that, and you'll tell me how you feel. Right, audience, do clap for them, remember they've done very well, okay. First up, team I. So now you know why I'm playing this game. Okay, what happens is the setup is done much before. It's checked, rechecked, and everything is switched off. So we are making sure everything works now.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello everyone. My name is Devdulal Srivastava and I am from Aditya Birla Vani Bharati Rishra. Now I am a bit excited and
That's it. Don't say anything more. You'll make life difficult for all of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
He's excited, right? Audience, you need to remember all these words. If somebody repeats, okay, start yelling out, okay, and you'll get a prize for that. So remember that. Yeah.
I'm representing Aditya Birla Bani Bharti Rishra, and I am at this moment feeling very joyous.
You don't look joyous. Unless you think joyous means something else.
No,
You're joyous.
I'm very happy.
Okay, so happy is also gone, joyous is gone, happy is gone, okay, and excited is gone. Okay, so you're making life very difficult for everyone else around here. And Team A, you must be feeling really bad, so I'll now come back to you. Team A.
I'm feeling nervous.
Leave the mic. Don't touch the mic.
My name is Prakhar Pachpur from Aditya Birla Public School, Hirmi. I'm feeling nervous.
Why are they making noise? Why are they making noise? When you said you're feeling nervous, why did they start making noise? You can tell me why.
So you told that.
I said nervous, right? So he can't say nervous. So explain that to him.
When sir introduced him, he told that he was nervous.
I'm getting more and more nervous now, let me tell you this. So now, can you give me another word? Mic is on, mic is on.
I'm feeling astonished.
Astonished about what? That you ended up meeting me here. You weren't expecting me. Okay, right, okay. I don't know what he's astonished about. Right, okay.
I am Rudran Sharma and I am feeling overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed with happiness, with...
Yes, sir.
You can feel overwhelmed in different ways. So
With happiness.
with happiness, right, okay. Try to look happy also. Yeah, yeah. Team B.
Myself, Vatsal Rama, and I am feeling like a god.
Oh, lovely. He doesn't need a mic. Right, that's the kind of voice I like. Okay.
I am Rameshwari Verma from ABPS Travel and I am feeling on the top of the world.
Brilliant, brilliant, superb. Teenage.
Good evening everyone, I am Anubhav Singh and I am feeling sense of pride.
Okay, so he's feeling a sense of pride. Good.
Good morning everyone. Today I am here. My name is Devanshu
You just
Srivastava.
said good morning.
Good evening.
Okay, right. It happens, that's fine. So we know what you're feeling as well. Yeah.
My name is Devanshu Srivastava and I am from ABPS Jagdishpur. I am looking forward for this quiz.
Right, but that doesn't actually tell me how you're feeling. Okay, fine. Looking forward. It's okay. Yeah. Team G. Just go
Hi
close there.
everyone,
Yeah.
I'm Riddhi Goel representing ABPS Kotputli, and at this very moment I can hear my heartbeat louder than your voice.
Boy. Okay. I hope we have some doctor on call nearby, okay? I'm only halfway joking here.
Good evening everyone, I am Muskan Agarwal from ABPS Kotputli and at this moment I am having butterflies in my stomach.
Both of you are not going to cry, right, on stage? Right, okay. Team C.
Myself, Aryapratham Jha from ABHS VERAVAL and I am feeling quite privileged at this moment.
Privileged. Why? You weren't expecting it, is it?
No sir, but it's quite honor to...
Okay. You know, I'll tell you why I'm talking to you. One of the big things that happens is that people do very hard, do very well to get up on stage and then sort of get into a shell and not answer. Okay? And a quiz is something like that. I want you all to get used to hearing your voices on the mic. Okay? Because otherwise you'll just start saying pass and the quiz will be over before you know it. So start speaking, start enjoying it. Okay? Yes.
Hello, my name is Shubham Yadav from ABHS VERAVAL.
That's good. Good. Come on. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Shubham Yadav from ABHS VERAVAL. And I am feeling not at all nervous due to the blessings of every teacher.
This boy is going to go very far in life. He is feeling not at all nervous. Lovely. Okay. So I have met my match. Right. You know where we come from, I would have said, isse panga nahi lena hai. You know. He's good. Right. Team D. Frightened? What, she's scaring you? Who's scaring you here? Is there anybody scary here? Everyone. Everyone, okay. She didn't say me, thank God. Right. Are you also frightened? No, sir. Okay. She looks more frightened than her. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Kavati Kansabra. I am representing ABPS VERAVAL and I am feeling quite confident.
1 minute, both of you are from this school. That's why they are frightened. Okay, they are from this school. All their friends are sitting in the audience. Okay, I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. Okay, don't worry. Right. Team F.
I am Aditya from ABPS Gulbarga and I am enjoying this moment.
You're enjoying this moment. Okay, I'm so happy somebody is enjoying this moment. Good. Yeah.
Good evening everyone, myself Seema. I have mixed feelings actually.
Okay. Understandable. Mixed feelings is a very good expression actually. Please do clap for them. And Team E.
Good evening one and all. I am Abhijit. I am representing Sardar Patel Vidyalaya Kutch and I am feeling awesome.
Okay, I was wondering when this word would turn up, okay? This word that when you go onto social media you cannot escape. I'm very happy that until the 9 teams spoke about it, nobody mentioned it. Well, it's great to have you here, okay? Awesome to have you here.
Hello, I am Prince Kumar. I am representing SPV Kutch Bhuj. I am feeling very happy and
you know something? I don't think anybody used the word happy. I think somebody said they were overjoyed, somebody said something else, okay? In any case, I am happy to have happy on stage. So Prince, if you are happy, I'm very happy for you and for myself, okay? So all 9 of you, we're going to ask the audience once to clap for you. After this, if you perform well, they're going to clap for you, right? Audience, come on, give them a big round of applause. Right. So there was this very small story I was going to explain to you before. So when I was studying architecture, thanks to the government of India, you know, students are allowed one trip every year, which is called a study tour. And the government of India pays for it. And we organized a trip to Diu. And we were supposed to take a train and come to a place called VERAVAL. And that never happened. For some reason, we couldn't get permission. We couldn't get teachers to accompany us. Not that we wanted any teachers to come with us, but it didn't happen. And that was the last time I ever thought of coming to VERAVAL until about a month ago. Okay. So I'd like to thank the school, okay, very much. Ma'am, it was a pleasure to talk to you the first time I spoke to you. And I think we were both as nervous as each other. And lovely arrangements here. It's fantastic to do a quiz in the evening, okay. The place is looking beautiful. The climate is just perfect. It's a bit hot, but that's fine, you know. We don't really mind. We are here to win, correct? Yes, no? Okay. Whether or not they listen to me, the 18 of you better be listening to me, right? Yes, no? Yes, okay. Let me explain how this quiz works now. So we have 5 rounds in all. The first 4 are very similar, okay? They will begin with team A and they will end with team I. The fundamental difference in this quiz from any other quiz is that it allows every team a chance to answer every question. Now, how does that happen? Okay? Why has this been done? Let me tell you the reason why we are doing this. So, I was a quizzer in school and like I said, I'm from Delhi, so we like to win, and if we lose, we are not very happy about it. So I'd always go home and complain to my parents and say that, you know, the school organized the quiz very badly and the quiz master didn't like me very much. And my dad would look up from his newspaper and say, you lost, is it? And I was like, how does he know this? You know, there were other times I'd come home and say, you know, wonderful quiz, what a lovely quiz master, what superb questions, you know. And he would say, you won. And I thought, you know, this man really knows everything. And one really complained. He said, what happened? So I said, you know, they got all the easy questions and I got all the tough questions. So he said, define easy and tough. What's easy and what's tough?
Something we know or we are able to answer it is easy.
Brilliant. Can I have an audience prize, please? We have some chocolates. I want one of those. I need some of them right here so that I can give out to, you know, I can generally throw them around. And I need somebody to be very alert. And the exact answer I wanted was the answer he gave me, which is anything we know is easy and if you don't know it, it's tough. Well done. Okay, so that's for you. If you eat it, keep the wrapper safe and put it into a dustbin. Right, okay. And it started me thinking, okay, what you know is easy, what you don't know is tough. Now what's going to happen now is the first question of the first round will come to you. But before you answer it, all other 8 teams, you can answer the question. How will you answer it? You'll write it down on a piece of paper. So you have paper there, you have a pen there. You will write down the answer on that piece of paper and show it to me. You won't speak it. You will keep your lips sealed. I will come to you, I'll see your answers. If you're correct, I'll give you +10. If you're wrong, I'll give you -10. आपने मेरी बात सुनी? ठीक से सुनी? मैं आपको समझाने वाला हूं दोबारा. ठीक है? It is not compulsory for the other 8 teams to answer. It's a choice that they make. Is that clear? Before they answer their question, the other 8, if you think you know the answer, it's a choice. You will write down the answer, I'll come across, I'll see it. If you're correct, you'll get +10. If you're wrong, you'll get -10. Is that clear? Okay. After that, I'll come back to you. And you'll get a chance to speak into the mic and give out the answer. If you're correct, you get +10. If you're wrong, no negative points. Okay? If you're wrong, I will pass to other teams that have not attempted the question. जिन्होंने try नहीं किया है. Are you getting it? I'll do a couple of questions with you just to check this out. Okay? So what happens is, remember, essentially a question where you think you know the answer and you think उनको आंसर पता होगा, हमारे तक वो क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा. We want to attempt it, write it down and show it to me. Okay? You have to attract my attention. Right? If you think you know the answer, write it down immediately and find some catching my attention. How are you going to do it? No. You're going to shout, pounce. Pounce. Bounce is what balls do. Pounce is what lions do. Okay? So we don't want you to bounce like a ball, I want you to pounce like a lion. Can you yell out pounce? Pounce. No, not good enough. Come on, yell it out. Pounce. Yes.
Pounce.
Better, do better.
Pounce.
Okay.
Pounce.
Fine. No.
Pounds.
Audience, can you hear her? No. They like you very much, but they can't hear you. Okay, again, why am I doing this? Once we start, okay, it's going to be very fast. Don't tell me later, sir, I wanted to pounce and I said pounce, you didn't hear me, I put up my little hand and my little finger. No, you have to catch hold of me, okay, right? So you have to do everything it takes. Yes? Say pounce, come on.
Pounds.
Better.
Pounds.
Good. These two are good. Yeah. You are the not so nervous one, right? Yeah.
Pounds.
Good. Okay. So the first question is going to come to you, team A. The next one will go to you, team B, and so on. In the first 2 rounds, we'll do it clockwise. 9 questions and 9 questions, 18 questions. Then rounds 3 and 4 will be anti-clockwise, 9 and 9, 18 again. And then there's a buzzer round. Till then, do not touch your buzzers. Okay? And remember, there are 36 questions, which means potentially you can get 360 points each. 10 points for every right answer. Okay, but remember, you can get negatives also. So be very, very careful. I'm just going to do a quick round with you. So audience, this is all going to be very exciting. Okay, we're just going to do 1 or 2 questions to check whether they are really up to the mark or not. So the first question, team A, we are not going to run this. So I need to see my friend at the console. Do not run the slideshow. This is from the top of my mind. I'm just doing it so they practice. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, time limit is not expected now.
If I think you're interested, I'll give you time. Otherwise, I'll run ahead. Okay. So if I think even for a second that you're thinking of something else or you've given up, you're gone. Okay. Time limit is completely dependent on me. Right? And when I pass, there's no time limit at all. I'll run past. Okay. We don't want these people to stay here till midnight. Right? They all need to go home. Okay. So the first question is yours. This is a trial question. Okay. So we'll play this the correct way and see what happens. My question to you, team A, is which fighter aircraft, okay, has India decided to purchase from France very, very recently? Okay. Now this is your question, team A, but before you answer, if anybody here wants to answer, say pound, write down the answer. Pounds. So who all are pouncing? Put up pounds. Team I is pouncing, H is pouncing, F is pouncing, C is pouncing. Scorers, this is how it will work. These 4 teams have pounced. I'm going to each of them in turn and seeing whether they have the right answer or not. this is a trial question. Okay? Now, date. You need to pounce very quickly. Okay? Minus 10 to you. Luckily, this is the trial question. That answer is wrong. That's minus 10. Okay, hide it. Don't show it to them. Yeah. Plus 10 to you. Team F. This is only trial. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Don't show it to people. You need to hide it. This is, if they see it, they know you're right. When I say you got plus 10, they'll know that's the right answer. Okay. Now you are not from Delhi, so I'm trying to explain to you. The big bad world is like this. Okay. Right? So put it down. Put it down. Why are you holding it up? I will come up. Okay. And you need to have a hand on top of that. Put your hand on it. Move it out when I push it away. Right? Plus 10 to you. Well done. You guys have learned, huh? Plus 10. Well done. So this is how it works. 3 teams got plus 10. 1 got a minus 10. I'm coming back to you, team A. What's your answer?
No idea.
Say something. Tell me the name of any aircraft manufacturing company. Any company that makes planes.
No idea, sir.
No, you can't say no idea. I will prove to you that you know the names of companies that make planes. Okay? I will not accept, okay, all of you, I will not accept pass from you. Okay? You really have to think and give me answers. I have not come all the way from Delhi to hear you say pass. ठीक है? सोच के आंसर बताना है. I'm asking you, tell me the name of a company that makes aeroplanes. No, they don't make aeroplanes. You guys, you need to do much better than this. Okay, passing to you. From which country, or rather, we bought it from France. So which fighter aircraft is India purchasing from France? It is Rafale. So you get plus 10 for Rafale. So this is how it works. On the bonus, you will get 10 points as well. This was your direct question. It came to them on the bonus. They got 10 points because you didn't answer. Okay? Now, it can't go to anybody else because they've already answered. Is it clear? समझ आ गया आपको? जिसको नहीं समझ आया अभी बोलो. Otherwise, you'll realize somebody else has 100 points and you haven't understood. Have you understood? Team G? H and I, you understood, right? You also understood. समझ आ गया? Full clarity? Right. So we got a question for you, audience. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. So I'd like to thank all the Aditya Birla schools. I'd like to thank my research team, Ujjal, Anindita, Dron, Adil, and Seema. Next up. Right, so 5 rounds. Rounds 1 and 2 are clockwise. Rounds 3 and 4 are anti-clockwise. Round 5 is on the buzzer. Score rounds 1 to 4. Each round is 9 questions, 1 per team. Each question is for 10 points. Pass points are also 10. Part points for part answers are at my discretion. So there may be questions where I'll ask you 2 questions or 3 questions. Okay? So you might hear a clip and I'll ask you which movie, who's the director, who's the singer. So there'll be part points for each of them. Okay? Pounce is plus 10 or minus 10. Okay? Minus 10 is if you pounce and if you give me a wrong answer. If there is a multi-part question, if I ask you, who is this actor, okay, and in which film did he play a certain role, you need to give me both answers. If you give me 1 correct, I'll give you minus 10. So if you only know 1 part of a question, don't pounce. Yes? No? Right, okay. Now this was a very long introduction, audience, but this is a very exciting way of quizzing. This is how quizzing is done in all the IITs and all the IIMs, okay? And like I said, it's a huge world out there. Finally, we are all going to be in the same marketplace. So no better way to start but then to start from here, okay? And all of you have the knowledge, but you must think. You're on stage. This is a real situation now. You have to think. I'll keep giving you clues. You stop listening to me and you lost the battle, okay? All the questions are going to come on the screen. All the answers are in my mind, okay? I will keep giving you clues the way I want them. The first question is going to come to you, audience. Let's take a look. Let's hear it. It's an audio. Can we play this, please? We don't have audio. Right, so how many of you have seen this movie? Very nice. Almost everybody at the back is saying they've seen this movie. Everybody in the front is not admitting to it. Okay. So who's going to tell me the singer of this song? Please put up your hands so that we can identify you. And you know what? I don't think you need to carry everything with you. Somebody just needs to be very fast with some chocolates. Otherwise, we won't have time. Okay? So just hold a few in your hand. Don't bother with the trays and all. They look very nice, but just keep them on the side. We need speed here. Okay? So there are those two boys there. Please go to them. Let's hear what they want to say. I want to hear your answer first. Yeah.
Naqash Aziz.
Absolutely, it is Naqash Aziz, and that is gone. Oh my God. Right. Okay, so everybody is scared of something. You know what I'm scared of? What? Not flying objects. I was very happy when the drone came. Okay? You can ask the gentleman sitting next to me. Mr. Raghuvanshi, I didn't react when the drone came, right? Yeah, I wasn't scared of it. I'm scared of those things called bats. Okay? Right. I heard stories about vampire bats when I was a kid, and I'll never forgive my older cousin for telling me those stories. Till date, I'm scared that a vampire is going to come to me and bite me. Okay? Right. So first question is yours. Before you answer, it's open to all of them, so don't try to answer it. Wait. Okay? So first question coming up, audience. Let's have a big round of applause for everyone here. That was Naqash Aziz. The next question is for the teams. How can you connect the following three clues? So there are two visuals and there is an audio in the center. We'll play the audio for you now. Right, so there are three clues that will take you to the same answer, okay? And it's open to all of you. Anybody wants to pounce on this? Okay, so
Bounce.
Write down the answers, don't show it to other people. Cover it as if your life depends on it. Have you pounced? I will see it. Scorer, get busy. +10 to Team C. Well done. Who's pouncing here? Put up your hands. 3 of you are pouncing. Are you pouncing? No. Okay. +10 to Team G. +10 to Team H. And +10 to Team I. So this is the beauty of this format. It allows multiple teams to answer the same question. 4 of them have got +10 on this. Pounce is now closed and it is your question now.
MS Dhoni, it is related to MS Dhoni.
How?
MS Dhoni plays for CSK and he is born in Ranchi.
So where is it?
Chennai FC means he is the ambassador of that team.
Okay, and what about the song?
So it is related to the new movie
Dhoni. Okay. What about the last one, Ranchi Race?
So he is the captain of that team.
Of Ranchi. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 points this time. Okay, Team A. But Ranchi Race is a hockey team, right? Chennai FC is a football team, and he has stakes in both these teams. The song is from the movie Dhoni. So you're right that the word that connects all three is Dhoni. You get 10 points, Team A. Well done. Now all of you understood, right? How this works. Okay. Had they not answered correctly, I would have passed along to the 4 other teams that did not pounce. Okay? Turn by turn. Next question is yours, Team B. Even if you know the answer, do not answer it. Okay? Because it's open on the pounce to everyone else. Let's take a look. Who is this man? In what way would you link him to G. Sankara Kurup? So G. Sankara Kurup is somebody from the state of Kerala. And he came into, he's fairly famous for his achievements in a particular field. And in 1965, he was in the news for something. Now, who is this particular person and how would you link him to G. Sankara Kurup? Right. So Dhoni was easy. That was a trailer, that was to get you all interested. Nobody pouncing? Nobody pouncing. Team B, yours. Have you heard of G. Sankara Kurup? No. Okay, passing. At all. Pounce is over. Now there are no negatives. When you speak, there are no negatives. Right. So who do you think this would be? And why? No. Good answer, but no. Passing. Everyone listen to what other people speak on stage. Okay? I'm telling you, in later life, it's very important to learn to listen. And quizzing teaches you how to listen to people. Are you giving me an answer? No. Passing. Tell me. Tell me.
He is Raghuveer Chaudhary. He writes in Gujarati language.
Okay. And what is the connection?
Sir, he is first Gyanpith Award winner and he is current
Absolutely. 10 points. Well done. 10 points to Team E. So, this is Raghuveer Chaudhary. He is the latest person to win the Jnanpith Award. G. Sankara Kurup was the first one to get it. Brilliant answer. 10 points to Team E. Well done. Thoda hasle yaar. Right? I don't know why are all of them so tense. I don't know. Are there teachers here with them? I hope that you haven't sort of put the fear of God into them or something. Right? Okay. Quizzing has to be fun. Any sport has to be fun. Okay. So I'll share something with you. Last night, pure luck, thanks to this quiz, I came to Rajkot a day earlier to spend a day with my brother-in-law, and by coincidence he had the test cricketer Cheteshwar Pujara over for dinner, and I had a chance to chat with him, and he told me it's all about confidence. He said everyone has the technique, everyone has the skill, everyone works hard, but he said it's about confidence. If you feel confident, you'll do well. Okay? That holds good for quizzing as well. Okay? So next question is now yours, Team C. It's your direct. So just hang on, don't answer even if you know the answer. Let's take a look. Right, now this is a person I'm talking about. It's a person who's been in the news in the last 1 month, in the month of September. Okay? Some of the important positions held by this person have been Advisor, Boston Consulting Group, President of Business Development at Reliance Industries, Executive Director at IDFC, Member of the Integrated Energy Policy Committee of the Government of India, Non-Executive Director of Gujarat State Petroleum Corporation, and Non-Executive Director at the Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited. So this is a person who has been in the news over the last 6 weeks or so. Who is this person? It's open to all of you on the pounds. It's their direct. If you think you want to answer, write it down. Anyone wants to pounce? 10 points. This person has been in the news almost on a daily basis. Very nice. So Team D is pouncing. Let's take a look at what they've got down as their answer. Very unfortunate because it's a wrong answer. It's -10. Okay, it's -10 to Team D. And nobody seems to now, I don't think anybody's going to pounce. So Team C, what's your answer? Who is this? There are no negatives now. Why Mukesh Ambani? Would Mukesh Ambani be advisor Boston Consulting Group? You think so? If he's president of Reliance Industries, he's hardly likely to be in Boston Consulting Group, right? Okay, so you just saw the word Reliance and said Mukesh Ambani, not quite correct. Team E, yours. I've also told you this person's education. That was a big clue for you. I've told you this person studied at the LSE. I've told you this person was at Oxford University, also at Yale. Yes, Team E. Team F. Are you even thinking about it? I'm not so sure. Team G. After this, I'll prove to you how easy this was. Team H. Why Nita Ambani? So one word Reliance and you think it has to be the Ambanis. Team I. Yeah?
Didn't catch.
So think. Thinking is hard work. My first boss used to tell me, thinking should hurt your head. Okay? And he was dead right. You're not thought enough, my friend. Team A. Team B. Okay, so that was your question, Team C. What do you think LSE stands for? Anyone? So I'll tell you what LSE stands for. L stands for London, S stands for school, and E stands for economics. So London School of Economics. Who do you think it is now? Yes. What came to your mind? No, not Piyush Goyal, but at least it's an answer. Where might an economist work? Where might an economist get a job? A well-known economist. Where would they be working? Right. So you guys really need to think, because a lot of questions are going to be like this. Audience, this is now open to you in the front row, ma'am. Absolutely. So please, one of the prizes, we have beautiful pens over there. One of them comes across, and this is Mr. Urijit Patel. He is the governor of the RBI. Now let me tell you something. If I'd asked them who's the governor of the RBI, they would have all answered this question correctly. Because Manorma yearbook has it. You need to have knowledge in depth. Okay? So I'm going to give you lots of clues. Okay? You need to use the clues to come to an answer. Right? It is not going to be a direct question as in who was the first person to do this. Sorry, not going to happen with me. Okay? Next question is yours, Team D. Let's take a look at what you got. What was first spoken about by William Stern in a 1912 book and originally calculated using the following formula? The formula said something was equal to 100 multiplied by mental age divided by chronological age. Okay? Now this is something all of you have heard of. The latest way of calculating this has become slightly different, but essentially it is still this. Okay? Now of course it's been scientifically tweaked and so on. But what I'm talking about is something all of you have heard of. Okay? Are you bouncing, Team F? How do you calculate this thing? You divide the mental age by the chronological age. Chronological age is your actual age. Mental age is something that is calculated. And then you multiply the result by 100. Are you going to pounce? 10 points to Team F. Well done. 10 points to Team F. Superb. Anybody else? Nobody? Are you going for it? Pouncing? Write it down. Do not speak it.
Pounds.
Yeah. Plus 10. Team G's got plus 10 as well. Okay, now it's getting there. Yeah. H and I plus 10. Scorer, all four of these have got plus 10. Four of them. Yeah. Whose question is it? Yours. Nobody bouncing here. Yes, what's your answer?
Life expectancy.
Life expectancy, not life expectancy. Passing to you, Team E. I can't hear you. IQ, of course it is IQ. Intelligence quotient is calculated like this. So you all heard that so-and-so's got an IQ of 200, so-and-so's got an IQ of 180. So you calculate IQ like this. So this was the basic way of calculating IQ. So 10 points to you, Team E, well done. And the next question I think is again coming to you. Okay. How would you link these images to Hyderabad? So that's the Golconda Fort there. Okay. And there's a monument in Delhi upright. There is a postage stamp. In fact, that's the world's very first postage stamp. It dates back to 1840. And there are two kings whose pictures have been shown there. How would you link all these together? That is the Golconda Fort. Okay. You can link all of them together very, very quickly. And I'll give you all a clue. So you know our Prime Minister travels to a lot of countries, right? Right? So there's a lot of things that are said about it by people. So when he went to a particular country, this became a sort of controversy. So when he went to a particular country, everyone spoke about this thing. Right, so Team E is sitting very happy. They know they don't need to do anything right now. Anyone pouncing? No. Okay, no pounce. Team E, yours. Now if you identify some of these people, I'll give you points for that. Who is the lady there? That should be the easiest of all. That's very smart, but does she have a name? No. Anything coming to mind? Yeah, but are you able to put all this together? Tell me. One of the big things in a quiz is that you can't be feeling what if I'm wrong. If the quizmaster asks you to speak, speak. Say whatever's in your mind, you might be right. Passing. Tell me what you know. Who are these people? Can you identify them? Yours.
The man in white beard is, I guess, a Mughal ruler.
He's not. But what have you been, what do you think? What links all this?
I guess that the man in white beard died in that red building by accident.
No. You're close, but no. Yes. 10 points for the Kohinoor diamond. Very well done. Team I, superb. And let me tell you how all this is connected. Okay. So, can we see that slide, please? No, we go back to that slide. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Golconda Fort. So, Golconda was known as the only source of diamonds in the world until diamonds were discovered in South Africa in the 19th century. Humayun was one of the rulers who had the Kohinoor. Humayun died in that building which is seen there on top right. Okay, that's a Sher Mandal in Delhi. If you go to Purana Killa, you can see it there. That is Nadir Shah of Persia, who took the Kohinoor away from the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah. That is Ranjit Singh, who was the last Indian ruler to actually hold the Kohinoor. It was part of his possessions until his grandson then gave it away to Queen Victoria. Okay, where it was cut up, it's part of the crown jewels. So that's 10 points to you. Well done. And what triggered this off? So they took full advantage of my clue. I never said London. I never said UK. Okay, all I said was our Prime Minister went to a country and there was a controversy about this thing. And they put it all together. That is how you need to be smart to answer questions. Well done, Team I. You got yourself plus 10. Super. Next question is coming across to you, Team F. This is the name of, okay, nowadays books have very short titles, but a few hundred years ago, maybe 150 years ago, books had very long names, okay? So you could almost tell the story of the book in the name of the book. So this is the name of a book which we know but very short name now, okay? It has been turned into several movies as well. Hindi version also of, you know, there's a Hindi movie version of this book. Travels into several... Okay, so travels into several remote nations of the world in 4 parts by Lemuel Dash. First a surgeon and then a captain of several ships. So this was the original name of a 18th century novel. Okay, we know it by a different name. We know it by a much shorter name. What is the name of this book? It's on the pounds. Team F, wait. I know Team F knows the answer, but you'll have to wait. It's open on the pounds to the others. If you want to write down the answer in pounds, please do that. Teams A to D, you're all in trouble. These guys are going way ahead now. When you see the scores, you'll get shocked. What's going on? Anybody pouncing? Simple question. It's a book that all of you have read. Plus 10. Well done. Plus 10 to Team D. Anybody else pouncing? That was easy, wasn't it? They knew the answer, it was easy, right? Minus 10, Team B. Okay, so nobody else bouncing. Yours, Team F. Gulliver's Travels is the right answer. Well done. So Lemuel was his first name. Gulliver was his second name. Gulliver's Travels gets you 10 points. Team F. Did any of you think of this? Gulliver's Travels?
Sir.
So why didn't you pounce? Yeah.
So Gulliver's Travel is written by Jonathan Swift, no?
So where did I say it's not?
By
Where have I said it's not?
Sir, by
That's the name of the book. The original name of the book says by Lemuel Gulliver. If you meet Jonathan Swift anywhere, tell him that was very unfair of him to do this. Okay? Right. I'm feeling really sorry for him. He thought too much. Okay. So this is the way it was. 10 points to Team F. Why didn't all of you pounce? What were you thinking of? The same thing as him. Okay. Listen. Fortune favors the brave. Remember that. Okay. Team G. What is the subject of this Google Doodle dated 5th July 2016? So Google Doodles are a great way of looking at information. Okay, it's a very interesting way. Try and click on them to see what they're about. Plus 10 to Team B. Now they're feeling happy. That minus 10 is gone. Plus 10 to Team A. Scorer, I hope I'm very clear. Yeah. This is a very tough quiz to score, okay? Very, very tough. So that was my big worry, and I said that I want the teacher who's least interested in quizzing to do the scoring for me.
Bounce.
I heard a voice, but I don't know who said it. Can you put up your hand, like properly? Straight up. Minus 10. Team H gets minus 10. Anybody else going for it? It's your direct question, right, Team G? Nobody else going for it. Team G, what's your answer?
Sir, launch of satellite Cartosat 2C.
Passing on, you already pounced. It's yours now. Google Science Fair. No, Team A has pounced. Team B has pounced. Team C. No, it is not. Team D. Not Mars. Team E. Not Unity. Team F. Have you tried for this? No, you haven't. Yeah. What's your answer? Not groundwater. It's not Mars. Anybody in the audience who wants to answer? Two teams have already answered here on stage. Anybody in the audience who wants to answer this? Yes, at the back. Just yell it out. No? Somebody else? Yes? It is Juno. Juno means Jupiter. Well done. He's already got the right answer. Well done. That's Juno means Jupiter. That's what I was looking for, and that's what got points to you. Who got points? You both got points, right? Teams A and B, right? So that was your question, Team G. The next one comes to you, Team H. Let's move on to Team H, please. Which specific reptile is seen here common in North India? Now let me give you some explanation on this. This particular reptile, okay, there are three broad families, okay? There is one very large family, there is another very large family, and then there is this third kind of creature. I want the specific name of this creature. Wait, you're bouncing, write it down. I want the specific name of this creature common in North India. Plus 10 to Team B. Plus 10 to Team B. This is Team H's direct question. Anybody else wants to pounce? 10 easy points. No one going for it? Okay, Team H, yours.
Ghadial.
Plus 10 for Ghadial. Well done. Plus 10 for Ghadial. Basically, I didn't want you to say crocodiles and I didn't want you to say alligators because those are the two large families. The third one which fits in neither of them is the Ghadial. Okay? So Ghadial gets you 10 points, Team H. And how many of you thought of Ghadial but didn't say it? This is what happens. Okay. This fear of the unknown, the fear of those minus 10 points will keep you from all those plus 10s. Okay? Very devilish format. Okay, so you got 10 points. The last question in this round comes to you, Team I. Identify the musical instrument. It's a performance by Milind Thakur. Right, so very distinctive sound, okay? It's an Indian musical instrument, of course. What is the name of the musical instrument? That's all I want. It's for 10 points. Before you answer Team I, it's open to the others. Okay, please pounce and write down the answer. So Team E is pouncing. Plus 10 to Team E, well done. Minus 10 to Team D. So every time I say plus 10 to someone, somebody else jumps at it and gets minus 10. I think I've realized the trend now. Okay. Anyone wants to?
Bounce.
Really? Minus 10. Team A minus 10. Anybody else going for it? No. Okay. Team I, yours. Not the Santoor, Team B. Xylophone, not xylophone. Team C. Not tabla. You already answered, right? You answered, you pounced. Team E, you got 10 points. Team F. Plus 10 for Jal Tarang. Well done. Now can I ask you a question? Why didn't you pounce? What did you think it might be? What was your other option? Okay, but you weren't sure. You didn't want to take a chance, right? So I'm going to tell you one thing, okay? Start taking some chances. That's 10 points. We'll take a look at the scores now. Okay, that was Jal Tarang, okay? And what are there's a scoreboard somewhere which you can't see, but I can see it now. And wonderful. So this is like a ball by ball commentary thing. And we've got Team A, you're on 10 points, okay? Team B, you're on 10 as well. Team C, you're on 10. Team D, you're on minus 10. Team E, you're on 30 points. Did you know that? Did you know that? You didn't know that. You're on 30. And Team F, you're also on 30. Team G and H are on 20 each, and Team I, you're on 30 as well. Okay, so lots of points being scored by that side of the stage for some reason. And am I talking more to them? You think that? You want me to come and stand right here? No, that'll make you more nervous. Right, okay. So anyway, so that was the end of the first round. Remember, this was only about 20% of the quiz. Okay, so we have 3 more rounds, then there's a buzzer round. Okay, first question of the next round again comes to Team A. I think we have an audience question before that. Let's take a look. Is there an audience question? Yes, there is. Audience, who is seen here with his wife and daughters? Okay, and the daughters are fairly famous. Yes, the boy there. Come on, yell it out. You see Rajnikant everywhere, is it? You think he is? Okay, so big Rajnikant fan. Why don't you come here? Please come here. Right, so please put your hands together for Rajnikant. I mean, for a Rajnikant fan. Come, quick. Listen, by now Rajnikant would have gone around the world 3 times. Okay? Right. So, are you a big fan? You recognize his dog? Oh, from his head, right. Okay, I thought he said I recognize his dog. And like, wow, that's a real fan. So let's take a look at the next slide. I think we have an answer there. It is Rajnikant, well done. So he gets a prize, please, well done. I don't know whether you're studying hard or not, but you're certainly doing other things well. Okay. First question coming to you, Team A. How can you connect Avni Chaturvedi, Bhavna Kant and Mohana Singh? Now these 3 ladies became very famous a few months ago, okay? You won't believe what my research team did. One of the people in my team has made all 3 his friends on Facebook so he could get these photographs of them. Because the photographs that you normally see in public are very different. Who are these 3 people? All I want to know is, how are they connected together? They were in the news. Yeah, okay. So Team H is bouncing. I can't give any more clues now. Plus 10 to Team H. Brilliant. Plus 10 to Team H. So there was one standard photograph that would appear all the time, and it was pointless to run that photograph. So this guy, Ujjal, in my team, actually sent friend requests to them and said, I want your photographs so that I can use them in a quiz. Okay? And they were very kind and they sent us these photographs. So, who are these 3? Team H has already got plus 10. Anybody else going for it? Team A is dying to answer. You are right? Yeah.
They are the first women Air Force pilot.
More specific?
Sir, Air Force में उन लोग पहले women हैं जिन लोग भर्ती हुए.
और specific हो जाओ थोड़े.
Indian Air Force.
I understood that much, but more specific.
Air लड़ाकू विमान में उन लोग पहले हुए.
बेटा वो मैं भी समझ गया हूँ. मैं आपसे बोल रहा हूँ और specific जाओ. I'm enjoying this. एक मिनट, आपने उसके पहले क्या बोला था? You said something else. हिंदी में क्या बोला था?
लड़ाकू विमान.
हाँ. You didn't say it in English. He didn't say fighter pilot in English. He said pilots of the Indian Air Force. In Hindi, he said ladaku, and that is good enough for me because there are other people, other women who are pilots in the Indian Air Force. They're the first fighter pilots. Okay, so 10 points to you. Well done, Team A. I'd have given you points in any case, but you never mentioned the word fighter. Okay, so be very, very specific. Next question is coming to you, Team B. So this is the photograph. Can we go back to that photo? This is the photo that was all over the press, and you can't run this and ask why are these three women famous, right? So we actually went and got those photographs. Next one, please, for Team B. The earliest known experts of which field are Al-Khwarizmi and Omar Khayyam. So Omar Khayyam is a known poet, but he was also an expert at something else, which is of interest to all of you. The name of this field is derived from an Arabic word which means reunion of broken parts. It's something that all of you study. What is this? Something that all of you study. This is a question that has been made from my NCERT textbook. Anybody
Can
bounce
you
it?
explain the question again?
Explain the question again? Okay, what I'm looking for is a one-word answer. It's something that all of you study. Okay, it's like a part of a subject. Okay, it's part of a subject that you all study. Okay, the word comes from Arabic, it means reunion of broken parts. Okay, and the experts in this field, early experts were Al-Khwarizmi and Omar Khayyam. So it's part of a subject, all of you have studied it for sure. What is the answer to this? 10 easy points. Right, no one going for it, Team B, you answer. So what's the subject? History. Do you think history comes from an Arabic word? I'm telling you it is derived from an Arabic word. Yes. Not puzzle. That's an English word, cartography. No. Team E. Louder.
Algebra.
That is the right answer. It is algebra. Algebra is the right answer. Gets you plus 10. Well done. And I told you it's something you all studied. Okay. It is part of a subject. It is algebra that gets you plus 10, Team E. And the next question is yours, Team C. With reference to 2016, name these two characters. Okay. It's your own question, so you can't pounce. So you wait. Wait for your chance. Anyway, I'm happy that you're doing this. Yeah. I need two names now. Plus 10 to Team B. Plus 10 to Team B. Well done. Anybody else going for it? I think I'm smelling something burning. I might be wrong, but... Or maybe something's just very hot. Nobody pouncing on this? 2016? Ha ha. He knows how they're related, doesn't know their names. I want the names. Going. Are you pouncing? I need two names, not one.
Pounce.
Both names. Plus 10. Team G gets plus 10. Yours. And what were they? And the Paralympics. Well done. So that's plus 10 to you, Team C. Audience, let's give a huge round of applause to both these teams now. Well done. Next question is yours, Team D. Next question coming up for Team D. Name this author who served in the Royal Air Force during World War II. Among his works are Matilda. So he's written a lot of books which are fairly popular amongst children. Several of them have been turned into movies as well, which are very successful movies. Who is this author? So he was a Royal Air Force pilot. So amongst his works are Matilda. He also wrote some other books which are very popular. They've been turned into movies that have been even more popular. Okay, what is the name of this author? Anybody wanting to go for this? This is Team D's question. Anybody pouncing? Pouncing? No. Yours. Yes? No. Okay, so they are passing. Team E. Team F. Okay, Team F really looks like they are thinking hard. Team G. H. I. No. Team A. Team B. No, not at all. Not J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is a woman besides. Okay. In the audience, yes, lots of you want to answer this. The girl there, yeah, you spoke beautifully at the beginning, so I'm going to give you a chance. Yes. Absolutely, Roald Dahl. Okay, and I wanted to say this then, but I forgot, and I was so nervous myself, like I said. These two girls spoke beautifully. Can we have a big round of applause for them? You are wonderful, both of you. Right, so that's Roald Dahl, and you would have got 10 points on stage, and you wouldn't have got that wonderful pen. Okay, so that was your question. Next one comes to you, Team E. Let's take a look. Mark Twain called this invention a curiosity-breeding little joker. Although he was very happy with it, he asked the manufacturers not to publicize the fact that he used it. Okay? What is this invention? He's the first well-known person to use this invention. What invention are we talking about? It made his life quite easy. Now, if you know who Mark Twain was, you should be able to get it with all the clues that I've given you. So he used this invention. He was the first well-known person to use this invention. He really liked it, but he told the manufacturers not to tell people that he used it. Because they went to him and said, can we use you as brand ambassador? And he said no. So what is this invention? This is your question, Team E. Is anybody pouncing? I thought somebody would pounce on this one. Right, Team E, what's your answer? Okay, the reason you are all a team is so you can speak to each other. It's a good idea to keep talking to each other. Some teams are doing it, others are not doing it at all. Okay, I haven't seen you both talk to each other at all. You know each other's names, right? I don't know. You don't talk to each other at all. These two are talking to each other all the time. These two are talking to each other all the time. It's a quiz. When you see this, what's coming to your mind? Tell him. It might be a clue to him. He'll tell you something else and you'll tell him something else. That's how teamwork builds. Why would Mark Twain use a flying shuttle? Yours. You won't remember because you've never studied this. You need to figure this out right now. None of you has ever studied this anyway. Yes. Passing. Why? Because he was a writer. Good answer, but not correct. Team A. Yes. Team B. Team C. Plus 10 for typewriter. Well done. Typewriter it is. Okay. Why did you say typewriter?
It's the work of typing. Instead of writing in a book, we can type.
Absolutely, he's a writer and typing is easier than writing, and that is why Mark Twain was a writer and that's what he thought, it's a typewriter. That's how you answer questions whose answers you don't know to begin with, okay? Very well done, Team C, that's plus 10. I've always maintained everyone can learn up all the information in the world. Can you solve problems? Okay, and I think, sir, this boy has just demonstrated how to solve a problem, okay? He's picked up all the clues, put them together. This is problem solving ability, okay? Well done, plus 10, Team C. Next question comes to you, Team F. Born in Graz, Austria on 18th, who directly caused a cataclysmic event. A cataclysmic event is something that changes the world. Okay, it's something very big. Okay, a cataclysm is something that is a huge event. So this person was born in 1863. Something happened to this person that changed the world. Okay, what happened to this person? What happened because of that? So you can see him in his military uniform. He's got all his decorations on. He was born in what is now Austria. You all know the name of this person because you studied it in a different context. All I'm doing is turning the question around. If I asked you this question in a different way, you would have all answered me. But like one of my favorite films, Andaz Apna Apna, मैं कच्चा खिलाड़ी नहीं हूँ. Okay? So I'm not going to give you easy questions. I'm going to give you easy answers with tough questions. So all of you know the name of this person. Something happened to this person which caused something very big to happen. Write it down. Plus 10. Plus 10 to team C. तो पहले राउंड में क्या हो रहा था? पहले राउंड में you were just taking a rest, is it? शांति से, let's see what other people do. Not show with answers. What happened now? So you weren't hearing me before this. First job मेरे से बात करोगे तो. Right, okay. So they've got plus 10. This is a question that can be answered. All of you, what's happening to you now? Anybody pouncing? No one pouncing. Yours, team F. Speak up. Adolf Hitler. No. Good answer, but no.
Otto von Bismarck.
No. Mussolini, no. Passing to you, team A. Team B. Team D. Team E. That was your question. Right, okay. So somebody in the audience, now I'm going to ask you a different question. What immediate event started the First World War? Yes, sir. So that is the Archduke. That is Archduke Ferdinand. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand started World War I. You all studied this. That is the gentleman there. So you all read this up. You don't know what he looks like. So that's the person. His assassination started World War I. Well done, Team C, for picking up those 10 points. Audience, let's have a round of applause for them, please. And the next question now comes to you, Team G. This is a logo of which technology company whose headquarters are in the Bay Area of California. Okay? Which technology company's logo is this? Yeah, write it down. Plus 10. Team F gets plus 10. Anybody else going for it? No one going for it? Okay. And remember, I asked you two questions. I'm saying, whose logo is this and what inspired the logo? Team G, what's your answer? And don't tell me 8 bits in a byte. Okay? That's not what I want. The answer I want is something else. Yes, quick. You had a lot of time to think. Passing. Passing on. Team A.
Golden Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge. But what's the name of the company? First part is, this is the logo of which technology company? So which company's logo is this? Like the Aditya Birla Group has a logo, right? So this is the logo of which company? Passing? Yours? Yours? Team E? No. Team F? No. Right. Team A. You know I'm going to give you 5 points. Why? Because you answered the second half. Okay? So the correct answer to this audience, anybody in the audience wants to answer? Lots of people. Yes, sir. Cisco it is. Cisco it is. And let's see the answer slide now. The logo comes from... Can I have the answer slide, please? So can I see the answer slide? Yeah. The logo comes from the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, it's a suspension bridge, okay, which is situated near San Francisco. And so you mentioned the Golden Gate Bridge, you're getting 5 points, Team A. Team A gets 5 points for this. Yeah? Okay. And the next question is now coming to you, Team H. Identify the film and the singer or the composer. It's the same person.
बिसरे यारों को बुला लेंगे, सोई उम्मीदें जगा लेंगे, है जज्बा सुलझा लेंगे ये रिश्तों का मांझा।
Right, so I want two answers. I want the name of the film and I want the name of the singer who's also the person who's composed it. Okay? So I want two answers. One will not do. All of them have written down the name of the film. I need both answers. The name of the film and I want the person who's singing it, who's also the person who's composed it. If you answer one on pounds, you'll get -10. So you will not pounce. That's your question, right? Yeah, so I'm answering it for you. Right, so I think it's safe to assume that nobody wants to pounce. Team H. Name of the film? Team I. Film. Passing to you, Team A.
Movie is Kai Poche and composer is Gulzar.
No, Team B. So you got 1 sec. Team A gets 5 points for Kai Poche. Team B. Passing? No. Amit Trivedi, it is well done. 5 points to you, Team D. Finally, well done. So Kai Poche and Amit Trivedi. You knew this before, but you weren't sure. Okay, and they've lost points before, so I know how it feels. Okay, better to be safe rather than sorry. Good. Okay, so you got 5 points as well. So Team A got 5 points. Team D got 5 points, and it now comes to you, Team I, for the last question of this round. According to one theory, the city's ancient name could have been Kukkutarma, or the city of the cockerel. It is situated to the east of the now dry Ghaggar Hakra river. This city itself might disappear by 2030. What extremely topical place are we discussing here? So the place we are talking about has been in the news in the year 2016. Okay? I have given you a map of the place also below it. And I've told you some things about it. No fortification, major streets were in north-south direction, intersection at right angles, okay, distinct zoning for different groups. And this place, which I've shown you here, has been in the news in the year 2016. +10 to Team C. Well done. +10 to Team C. Superb. Something has happened to you. What has happened to you? They are reminding me of that advertisement. Dimag ki batti jalao. Don't give clues to them all. I'll keep asking you. You'll keep spreading knowledge like this, is it? It's good to spread knowledge, but not when you're sitting in a quiz. And if you heard him, he gave you a big clue. You know, on stage, you have to be very sharp. You have to listen to what everyone says. Okay? These are all free bonuses. And this friend of mine was giving you all a bonus. Anybody going for it? Very easy answer. All of you have heard of this. All of you. Right. Team I, yours. Yes, Team I. No? Passing, Team A.
Chandigarh.
Good answer, but incorrect. Team B. It's a good answer and I'll tell you why. Team B. Except it's not been in the news in 2016. That's the thing. Team B. Don't know. Team D. +10 for Mohenjo-daro. Well done. Mohenjo-daro has been in the news because of the Hrithik Roshan movie, right? So that is the plan of Mohenjo-daro as it has been excavated. Can we just see that again? Can we see the question slide? Yeah. So that is the basic idea, the basic knowledge about Mohenjo-daro. How did you get this? Ancient. Aapne pounce kyun nahi kiya? Not sure. Okay. You have to start. Kahin to sure ho gaya Mohenjo-daro hai. Okay, I'm not that bad a person. Okay, so Mohenjo-daro is absolutely right. Plus 10 to you, Team D. Well done. And that's the last question of this round, and we will see what the scores are now. Okay, I think it's changed a bit, the position at the scoreboard. And has it changed? Yes, it has. Yes, lovely. Okay, so Team A, you are now on 30 points. So you picked up those 5 points. I remember. Team B, you're on 20. Team C, you're on 50 points. Ooh. Right. Team D, you're on 5 points, which is good because you were on minus 10 before this, so you come up, okay? So don't worry about it. Team E, you're on 40 points. Team F, you're on 40 points as well. And teams G, H, and I, not much progress, you're all on 30 now, okay? So Team C is now the team to watch out for. They're on 50 points. Audience, it's getting better and better. 2 more rounds to go. We're going to begin with you and go anti-clockwise now. Scorers, please notice. I'm going to start from here and go anti-clockwise now. Okay? So we'll begin with you, Team I. Let's take a look. So the movie is easy. Who's the director? I need 2 answers. Right, so there's a boy there at the back. His hand has gone down now. Okay, there's one here. Yes. Now he is looking elsewhere.
Lift and director is Subhash Guy.
Director is wrong. The movie is right. The lady there at the back. Lady at the back. No. Director is still wrong, ma'am. Who's going to answer the director? Okay, somebody else there.
Raja Krishna Menon.
Superb. And the movie? Obviously.
Airlift.
That is Airlift. Well done. Okay. So how many of you knew this? Didn't know it. Okay, thank God. I thought they would have all said, "Unko sabko answer pata tha." Okay. First question is yours now, Team I. Right, so there's an international spelling alphabet list, okay, which is the list that militaries use, which is the list that travel agents use, so that you don't misspell names. So it begins with A for Alpha, B for Bravo, and so on. Now, there are 2 names, okay, which are denoted by names of characters that were created by William Shakespeare. So you heard of this, right? A for Alpha, B for Bravo. You have or you have not? You have. Okay, so that's the NATO list, okay? NATO began using it. Now it's used by travel agents across the world. So if you tell a travel agent your name, he'll convert it into these words, right? That is so that you don't mishear it on the phone and misspell names on a ticket. Okay? So there are 2 letters in this list. So there are 26 words for 26 letters. 1 for each letter. 2 of these words are names of characters that were created by William Shakespeare. Which 2 characters? For example, on this list, I is India. Okay? And India is the only country on this list. Right? So which are the 2 letters that are denoted by characters from William Shakespeare? This should not take you much time at all. It should be like this. If you think of 2 characters from William Shakespeare, it should be very easy. If I said 1 character, it should be tough. I said 2 characters from William Shakespeare. That should be really easy for you. Are you going for it? Pounce, go for it. Write it down. Pounce. Team G is pouncing.
Pounce.
Hide it. Plus 10. Hide it. आंखें होती हैं, दीवारों की भी आंखें होती हैं. Right. Or turn it over. Better still. Right. So that's plus 10 to Team G. And plus 10 to Team C. Plus 10 to Team B. Basically, all of you are used to spoon feeding. If I keep talking to you, you'll keep answering, right? I'll shut up completely now. Right. So 3 teams have got plus 10. Remember, this is an easy question. Okay. Nobody wants to pounce. Team I, it's yours now. R for Romeo, J for Juliet, plus 10 for Team I. Well done. Okay, next one comes to you, Team H. This is the butterfly fish, okay? Its Indian name is the Chaetodon falcula. Of which state or union territory in India is it the official animal? It's a beautiful fish. It's the state animal of which Indian state or union territory? Are you bouncing? You know, if one of you says I'm bouncing, I'll hear that person. I'm telling you this. Anyone bouncing here? Team C, you want to bounce? Not sure, then don't bounce in that case. Right. Okay. So yours, team H.
Lakshadweep.
10 for Lakshadweep. Well done. Next one coming to you, team G. From left to right. Now this is a very interesting set of people. These are 3 tennis players. They're also 3 brothers. Okay, so that's not very, very common. They are all part of a Davis Cup team. Okay. The most popular or the most famous of them, I've covered his face. Okay, that's the one on the extreme left. The other 2 are Marco and Jordier. Who's the person whose face I've covered? So all of them are tennis players. They are all part of a Davis Cup team. They are brothers. I've given you the names of 2 of them, and I've covered the name. I've covered the face of the third, who's the most famous of them. Who is this person? Plus 10, team C. Plus 10, team I. Minus 10, team H. Anybody else going for it? Team G, yours. 10 points for Novak Djokovic. Well done. That's the Joker. Novak Djokovic himself. That's 10 points to you. Well done with his 2 brothers. Next question comes to you, team F. Identify this temple. Which king built it? So this temple celebrated its 1000th anniversary a few years back. Okay. And it's a UNESCO heritage site. I want 2 answers. I want the name of the temple and the king who built it. That king has 2 different names. I'll accept either name. So this king has 2 different names. I'll accept either name. I want the name of the temple, name of the king. Anybody pouncing? Okay, they're running away. Team F, yours. 2 legs have all gone up, all together. Okay, so what's the answer? That's not the answer I want. Yes?
Ishwar temple.
Can you say it again?
Brihadishwar temple.
Absolutely, it's the Brihadishwara temple. Well done. Okay. And that was whose question? That was yours, team F. Next one comes to you, team E. This song is part of the promotion activity of which sporting event? And name the singer. So there are 2 parts to the question. Almost want to start dancing to this, right? Okay. Now, one sec. No, then don't bounce. Okay. I need 2 answers. I need you to tell me this is part of the promotion activity of which sporting event. Okay. And I want the name of the singer. So I want 2 answers. So don't bounce if you don't know both. Right. Team F. Nobody's going to bounce on this one. Yes. What's your answer? Oh, sorry. It's yours, team. Yeah. Kabaddi. So what is a sporting event? Kabaddi is a sport. See, I'm also trying to get everyone to understand that you do give very specific answers. Later in life, when your boss asks you something, you can't say, what's a company production like? Good. It means nothing. So when I say sporting event, I want a sporting event. I didn't ask you for a sport. Kabaddi World Cup 2016. That's a good answer, but that's not right. Okay, who's the figure? Asing. What's the event? Pro Kabaddi League is the right answer. You get 5 points. Okay. And singer. Not Sukhinder Singh. Singer. 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 Team G, singer. And Team F, singer. No. Okay. In the audience, who wants to answer? Who's the singer? Right. The boy who's standing there. Yes. Can we see the answer, please? Where's, can we play this? This is also video. Right, so that's Pro Kabaddi League. That's the answer I wanted. You gave me that answer that you got 5 points for this. And you know what a shock, a few days back, South Korea beat India in Kabaddi. Do you know that? Okay. I didn't even know South Korea played Kabaddi. Right. You watched that, is it? Do you play Kabaddi? You given up? No. Okay, right. Okay. So next question is coming across to you. It's a direct question. Let's take a look. Oh, one more singer.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Listen, how many times must the cannon...
So I wish I could have listened to more, but 20 seconds is all I can put as a clip. So I want the name of the singer, and why has this singer been in the news in the last 2-3 days? Or last few days? This singer has been in the news for the last few days. Why? So I want 2 answers. Name of the singer, and why has this singer been in the news in the last few days?
सर एक बात पूछनी है, कल की बात है कि परसों की बात है? सर specifics यार.
I refuse to answer your question on the grounds that I will give away too much. मैं बताना नहीं चाहता हूँ आपको. और आप इतने सवाल मत पूछिए अनलेस आप लॉयर बनना चाहते हैं. ये मेरी आपसे गुजारिश है ये. And if all of you have been listening to what I have been speaking to them, the answer should be very clear to all of you. He has given away the answer.
Pounds.
Thank God. Plus 10 to team A. Plus 10, team B. You know, team A, if you had not pounced and if you had answered and they had done it, they got it because of you. You know that, right? Did he say thank you to you? All of you together. You know, in the corporate terms, this is called cartelization. Okay, all 4 of them on the train had decided. We'll sit together and we'll answer questions together. ऐसी बातें बताते नहीं हैं सबको, ठीक है ना? Okay, that we studied together, right? We also done group study. We know what that means. Okay, right. Okay, so whose question was it? I've forgotten. It was your question. Nobody else going for this. What's happened to all of you? Suddenly they are all answering the questions. इन्होंने आपस में मजाक में 10-10 पॉइंट ले लिए हैं, पता है आपको? Okay, yours. There are other reasons why people get in the news. You don't have to die to be in the news. इतना भी बुरा नहीं है. Passing. No, not Justin Bieber. Team I. Team H, Team G, Team F, and Team E. Why was he in the news?
He got Nobel Prize in Literature.
Plus 10 for Bob Dylan and he got a Nobel Prize in Literature. So what were you waiting for so long? You know, you owe a big thanks to me. Every answer you've given has happened because I walked right up to you. Next time I won't do it for you, okay? That's 10 points to Team E. Please do clap. 3 of the teams have got plus 10. Bob Dylan and the 2016 Nobel Prize for Literature. And the next question is yours, Team C. It's a direct now. Identify this Padma Shri awardee who was born in Churu district in Rajasthan in 1981. So he's a Padma Shri awardee who was in the news in the year 2004 and 2016. Plus 10. Team B gets plus 10. didn't study this with them?
Sir, bounce.
Plus 10. Team H. So two of the teams have got 10 points. I can't give you any clues now. Right, Team C, what's your answer? Yes. Passing to Team B. Who answered just now? No, you answered. Team A, sorry. Team
Devendra
A.
Jhanjhadia.
Sorry?
Devendra Jhanjhadia.
And who's he?
Gold medal in Olympics, Paralympics.
Paralympics. So he's won 2 gold medals in the Paralympics. It is Devendra Jhanjhadia. 10 points to you, Team A. Well done. Why didn't you pounce?
It was.
What was the confusion? What if somebody else had answered? No, you have to be very clear about all these things. These are questions you knew the answer to. If somebody else had answered, you would have felt really sorry about it. Okay, so anyway, well done. Plus 10 to you. Next question is coming to you, Team B. Let's take a look at your screen now. Which Padma Bhushan awardee's last poem was titled 1 November 1964? So this poem was written as a tribute to Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, who was assassinated on 31st October 1984. Okay, and she was a close friend of his, and he wrote it as a tribute. This person also served as a Rajya Sabha MP, also worked in All India Radio once upon a time, and when people asked him to give an introduction to himself, he would very often say, Mitti ka tan, masti ka man, shan bhar jeevan. Who is this person? I'll give you one more clue about this person. This person's son once said that his ambition in life was to be as famous as his father. Okay, that's a clue I'm giving you. This person's son once said, I want to be as famous as my father. Who is this person? मिट्टी का तन, मस्ती का मन, क्षण भर जीवन. G, do you want to pounce? I'll give you one more clue. This person wrote something which is very, very popular even today. When it was published, some people reacted very badly to what he'd written until Mahatma Gandhi read it and said that it was actually quite good. Okay, तो इन्होंने कुछ लिखा और लिखने के बाद कुछ लोगों ने उसकी निंदा की. फिर महात्मा गांधी जी ने उसको पढ़ा और उन्होंने बोला कि इसमें निंदा वाली ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. Who is this person? Write it down. Plus 10, Team C. Team C's got plus 10. No more clues.
Pounds.
Okay, finally, Team G has been waiting to do this. Plus 10. Why so much tension? You are the ones who said you were very nervous in the beginning, right? Has it improved or has it become worse? It's become worse. Okay, right. You know, it's all about confidence. You know all the answers. I'm sure you wrote this down 10 minutes back. You've been waiting since then. Plus 10. That's Team G. Anybody else? All of you. What's happening? Right. Yours. Team B. Bahadur Shah. Passing on.
Munshi Premchand.
Not Munshi Premchand. Good answer. Team I. Harivansh Rai Bachchan it is. Well done. I gave you lots of clues. 10 points, Team I. Amitabh Bachchan, when he was young, wanted to become as famous as his father because his father was already famous. Okay? And now Mr. Bachchan is probably the most famous person on earth. Right? Okay? So 10 points to Team I. Well done. You need to pick up these clues. What were you thinking at the time ke liye? I want to understand how your mind is working.
Then you told that Gandhiji read it.
Good. Thank God for that. Okay. So that's Amitabh Bachchan and his father, Harivansh Rai Bachchan. And the next question comes to you, Team A. So the lady that you see there was European. She's wearing a sari, but she was actually a European. Her real name was Eva Yuan Made de Moros. Okay. She got married to an Indian army officer and took the name Savitri Khanolkar. Why is she famous? So Savitri Khanolkar got married to an Indian army officer, and she did something that has made her famous. She designed something. What did she design? She designed something. What did she design? That's what I'm asking you. What she designed, all of you have heard of. Anyone going for it? Right. Team A, yours for 10 points. What did she design? This is Savitri Bai Khanolkar. She was married to an Indian army officer. She designed something for which she became famous. What did she design? Weapons. Which ones? Does she look like a weapon designer? No, I don't think so. Team I. The flag of? Team H. Team G. Team F. Team E.
Sir.
Wait. Now we are till here, yeah. Team D. What did she design? Now we are stuck on flags. Team C. Flag again, flag. Okay, so what did she design? And there are lots of hands going up. Yes, the boy there who's jumping up. Yeah. She designed the medal, okay, of the Paramveer Chakra. Okay, the Paramveer Chakra has a medallion that is given with it. It has 4 Vajras on it. Please clap for the boy over there. So she designed the Paramveer Chakra. So I told you she was married to an army officer. Okay, those were all clues for you. And the first recipient was Major Somnath Sharma, who was her daughter's brother-in-law. Okay, so it's also something unique. Right. So it's again now 3 rounds done. Let's take a look at the scores. And I wonder if it's changed now. Okay, it's looking even more one-sided now, but everybody seems to have picked up some points now. So teams A and B, you're both on 50 points. You can feel happy about it. Team C, you're on 90 points. And team D is on 10. Team E is on 50. So that's 50, 45, 60, 40 and 60. Okay. Remember, there is one team with 90 points that's sitting right here, and there is one round now to go again for 90 points. It's going to begin with you, Team I. Let's take a look. I think there's an audience question first. And right, let's play this, please. Right, so fantastic movie. And so the girl there, yes. And Remo D'Souza. Okay, so you'll get half a prize for Bajirao Mastani. The boy there. Are you looking back? I'm looking at you. Again, he's looking back. Okay, the girl here, yeah. Sanjay Leela Bhansali is the composer. Well done. So that's Sanjay Leela Bhansali, and that of course was Bajirao Mastani. So both prizes gone in the audience. Next question is going to come to you, Team I. In the 139-year history of Test match cricket from 1877 till now, okay, only one man has hit the very first ball of a Test match for a sixer. Okay, who is this cricketer? It shouldn't really take you much time to think about this. Only one person, okay, very, very well known, in the news almost all the time. Okay, Team E is bouncing. Plus 10 for Team E. Plus 10 for Team E. They've answered this one. This is probably one of the most easy questions of this quiz. Who is the only person to have hit a 6 on the very first ball of a cricket test match in the 139 years that test cricket has been played? Who's going for this? Team E has already got 10 points. Minus 10 to team C. Minus 10 to team C. So team E, you actually come 20 points closer to them. You've gone up by 10, they've gone down by 10. Write it down. Plus 10. Well done. Plus 10 to team F. Nobody else going for it? No one going for it? Team A, you don't want to answer this? Yes, no? Right, okay, yours team I. You know, to hit the first ball of a test for a 6, you need to be the opening batsman. Dhoni is not an opening batsman. Yours.
Viren Sehwag.
Viren Sehwag. In unison, both of them saying it together. No, passing on. Sunil Gavaskar, you've not seen him bat. Sunil Gavaskar would put you to sleep when he batted. Did you answer? Yes, you answered. You answered as well. Team D. Virat Kohli does not open the innings. Team C. Oh, you already answered. Team B. Azharuddin did not open the batting.
Donald Bradman.
Did not open the batting. Okay. The boy there at the back. Chris Gayle it is. Well done, Chris Gayle. So do you watch Chris Gayle? Watch him. Do you know to do the champion dance with him? There it is. There. Please take a look at this boy there. Why don't you come up here? Come. I'll give you a chocolate as well. We need somebody like him on stage. Come. Right. So he's going to hold that for you. Okay. And you can show us what Chris Gayle does. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. And you need to tie your laces because you're going to fall, and you can pick up the chocolate for yourself. Okay. Well done. Right. So that was Chris Gayle, 6 machine. I don't like cricket. I love it. Okay. So that was your first question. Next one coming up to you, Team H. Let's take a look. Again, a Google Doodle. On 20th July 2011, Google brought out this doodle to celebrate whose 189th birthday. All the clues are in the picture. Okay? This is from your textbooks. Who is this person? A whole bunch of P's. Right, so team I is pouncing. Anybody else pouncing? Team I is pouncing. Anybody else? Who wants to pounce? Plus 10 to team I. Team C, I think they're all very close to you now because you went down by 10 and they're all moving up. Anybody else here on this side? It's their direct question. Anybody wants to pounce here? No. Anybody wants to pounce there? No. Yours. What are you seeing there? What do you see? What else is written there? Can you read out whatever's written there? Yeah, can you read out? G. What do you think G means? Which colors?
Green colors and white.
Which colors?
Color of that covering.
Color of what? Passing on. Yes, what's your answer? Passing to you. Can't hear you. You need to be louder. Can't hear you still. And what did he do? Green Revolution. Passing, Team D. I'm saying 189th birth anniversary. 189th. How old would Mr. MS Soinab be in that case? Think. Passing. Yours. No, that was. Have you answered? No, you've not answered yet. Yes. Absolutely. So they got 10 points for this. That was Gregor Johann Mendel. And what did he do? What was his big research on? So he was, he had his theories on heredity, okay? And he proved those correctly by breeding peas with each other, green and yellow peas with each other, and he was able to actually predict what would happen, right? Okay, so I've already given you points, right? Yeah, so I've already given you points. I don't want to give you 10 points all over again. Scorer, if I do that, please correct me. Right. Next question is going to come to you, Team G. Watch this video. It's a video, watch it.
Africa, travel to America, America, linked to And try to do things far away from home. Then I traveled down to Germany, Italy, France, and in Switzerland. 1934 I reached England.
Right, so I'm going to show you this clip once again. It's based on the life of an Indian freedom fighter. Now listen carefully to this clip and you'll get the answer. Who is this person? It's an Indian freedom fighter. Can we have the clip again?
Africa, travel to America, America, link the and try to do things far away from home. Then I traveled down to Germany, Italy, France, and in Switzerland. 1934 I reached England.
Bounce.
So minus 10 to team E and minus 10 to team I.
Sir, देख के लिख रहा सर.
There's your answer. You didn't bounce. Did you bounce or did you not bounce? Okay, so minus 10 to both of you. A and B. I feel really bad. Minus 10 to team A, minus 10 to team B, minus 10 to team I, and who else got minus 10? You got minus 10. Minus 10 to team E. Right. Okay, whose question was it? This was yours. Answer. Based on the life of an Indian freedom fighter. Not Subhash Chandra Bose. Not Mahatma Gandhi. Does this look like Mahatma Gandhi? I don't think this looks like Mahatma Gandhi. Passing team D. And it says 1934 I reached England. He went all over the world and finally reached England. Yes. No. And who's not answered on this side? You all answered now, right? No, you not answered. Yeah. Right. So this, yeah, sure. Okay, so big applause for them. They don't get points, but that is the right answer.
For killing that Jallianwala Bagh massacre, his name was Udham Singh, and in the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, one general, I don't know his name, I'm forgetting, Michael O'Dwyer, he gave the order for the shooting, and he went for killing Dyer in 1934 in England, and there he got and he was hanged there. But
basically, Shahid Udham Singh spent a long time trying to get to England, okay? And if you go on YouTube, you can see a video called Frank Brazil. Frank Brazil was the name that Shahid Udham Singh used to travel across the world. And this is by a group called Scavengers. So the entire story of Udham Singh is a music video. It's worth going on to YouTube and watching it. So it's called Frank Brazil, okay? That's the name that he used. That was Shahid Udham Singh. Nobody getting points on stage, but well answered. If I get a chocolate from somewhere, I'll give one to you, okay? Right. Okay, next question is coming up for you, I think team F. Yes, it is. When David Warren invented this object, he had difficulty convincing anybody about its practical use. Why David Warren invented it is because his father died and that affected him, and so he invented this particular thing. Okay? The first country to make it mandatory to use this invention was Australia in 1960. Today, all countries in the world use this invention. What invention am I talking about?
Pounds.
Plus 10. Well done. Team G gets plus 10. You know what you did very well this time? You quickly answered. Instead of writing it down and thinking, is it right, is it wrong, and so on. Anybody else bouncing? No one answering this? Yours, team F. MRI machine, passing on to you, team E. Team D. Yes, team D. Come on. Team C. Fire extinguisher, team B. Team A.
Antibiotic to snake poison.
An antidote to snake poison. Team I, have you answered? No, you not. Inverter. You're reminding me of 3 idiots. Right. Team H.
Generator.
You already answered. And that was whose question? That was your question. Okay. Now I think this is a question that all of you answered correctly in your online test. Okay, I think there was a question on this. Okay, the online team will tell me whether it was there or not. Yes. Black box. Correct. Absolutely right. It was the black box. It doesn't look black. It's orange in color. It was the black box. And I saw all the questions this morning and I thought, here's a question that, was used in your test. Let's run it and let's see what happens. Okay, so this is my team. They love doing this. Okay, what if I've told you that was a black box? Well, yes, it's a black box. Doesn't matter. Next question comes to you, team D. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? क्यों? ओ? एक समय होता है जिंदगी में जब हर चीज करनी चाहिए. उस समय पे करोगे तो नतीजे ठीक होंगे. अगर आपने उस टाइम आंसर दिया हो तो मैं आपको 10 पॉइंट देता हूं. ठीक है ना? Now what you get is something called chest thumping, right? You can do this. Okay? And they'll all clap for you. You want to try it? करो ना. देखो they're clapping for you. Right, this is your question. By what name do we better know Pushpa Kamal Dahal? Write it down. Write it down. Write down the answer. No, it's... Yeah, it is yours. Yeah, it is yours. Sorry, it is your question. Sorry, yeah. Who else has pounced here? Okay, so pounce is closed. These two have pounced. Who else has pounced on this side? Only two of you. 10 points to team H, minus 10 to team F, and who pounced here? 10 points to team C and 10 points to team D. Right, and yours?
Prachand.
And who is he?
The Nepal Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister of Nepal. So this was one of your questions. Pushpa Kamal Dahal was a question in your answer sheet. Okay, I remember seeing that as well. So that's plus 10 to you, team E. That is Prachand, and the answer slide will show you his face. Can we see the answer, please? There it is. So that's Prachand, and his real name is Pushpa Kamal Dahal. Well done. So that's 10 points to team E. Next question is yours, team D. Right. So there should have been 4 photographs here, but I've taken one out, okay? And that's made my question. So these 4 people form an exclusive list, okay? Something has happened to these 4 people that has not happened to anybody else. It's called an exhaustive list. There can be no other name in this list. One photograph has been taken out, okay? Whose photograph have I taken out? Who has been in the news recently? So something connects these 4 people the way nobody else is connected. The one I've left out was somebody who has been in the news recently. Who is this person? Right, so this is your question, team D. Nobody is going for it. मैं आपको फिर से समझाता हूँ. Basically, there are 4 people who make up a complete list, an exhaustive list. उनके साथ कुछ हुआ है जो और किसी के साथ नहीं हुआ है. I've left out one of them. I've given you 3 people. The 4th one has been in the news in the last 2 months. Who is this person? The person I'm talking about is dead. Okay? The person I'm talking about is dead. But has been in the news. मदन मोहन मालविया. और क्या चीज कॉमन है उन चारों में? बट भारत रत्न तो और बहुत लोगों को मिला है. 45 people have got भारत रत्न. I said that there is something that these 4 have in common that nobody else has. Passing. Can you tell me who these 3 people are? Okay. Nelson Mandela and Amartya Sen. Okay, so you've given me 3 right. If nobody gives me the correct answer, I'm going to give you extra points for this. Yes. Passing. Lots of people have got Nobel Prizes. More than 500 people. I said something has happened only to these 4 people. What? Passing. Yours, team 1. Sorry, team I. Team H.
Sir, Rabindranath Tagore.
Why?
Sir, Nobel Prize winners.
But there are others who got the Nobel Prize. I said this is the exhaustive list. Something happened to these 4 that didn't happen to anybody else. Passing. Yours. Why? Because there's a reason, there's a very solid reason. Team D, this was your question. Yes. No, there's nothing about backward class or forward class over here. Audience, who's going to tell me this answer? Yes, sir. Correct, but why? She became a saint, but why is she the right answer here?
Because she has also got Nobel Prize.
But there are others who got the Nobel Prize.
But the coincidence was she got Nobel Prize as well as recently in news ki she has got a saint.
That's not enough to be this thing. You're almost there, sir. Somebody said something on stage. I think she wants to help you.
And she is no more live.
I'll give you a prize, but there's a teacher there who wants to answer. Yes. Brilliant. So these are 4 people who have got the Nobel Prize as well as the Bharat Ratna. Okay? Brilliant answer. So when I'm saying that it's an exhaustive list means there can be nobody else in it. So these 4 people got a Bharat Ratna. Who said Bharat Ratna here? Somebody mentioned that. You said it. And then you said Nobel Prize. You said Nobel Prize. So you had to put 2 and 2 together and say these are people who got the Nobel Prize as well as the Bharat Ratna. And that was Mother Teresa. So I said I'd give you extra points. 5 points to Team D for giving me the 3 answers correct. 5 points to Team D. Okay? And the next question comes to you, Team C. With which best-selling book would you associate this young girl? Team F is bouncing.
Pounds.
Now better not show it to them, okay? Your friends on the train. Yeah. Yeah. I want the name. Yeah, write it down. Plus 10 to Team I. Can I see your answer? Minus 10 to Team G. Plus 10 to Team F. And minus 10 to Team E. Yeah. One second. I want the book name and I want the name of this person. Plus 10 to Team A. Plus 10 to Team B. Are you also doing it? Are you doing it? No. Okay. Who's left now? Everybody's pounced. Pounce is over now. Pounce is over. Right. Whose question was it? Yours. Answer. Not Alice in Wonderland. You both answered. You answered as well. You not answered. Yes.
Harry Potter.
Not Harry Potter. You answered, and you answered. All have answered. And in the audience, somebody who's not answered. And what? You haven't answered yet? Oh yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yes. And what's the name of the book? You got the tough part. What's the easy part? What did she write? What did she write? Not adventures. I mean, they were adventures, but what did... It's all very nerve-wracking for teams on stage, let me tell you that. All of you are enjoying yourselves over there, but it's not so easy here. Right, so I'm going to give 6 points to them because they gave me Anne Frank correct, okay? And the name of the book and who's going to tell me the name of the book. So there is a boy there who's been dying to answer. No, he'll go off into space if he doesn't answer. Yes. The one in the corner, yeah. How many young girls do you know? Come here. He's going to tell us lots of young girls. Yeah. Come. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to run. I want to see how you run. Can you run? You know, I can run faster than you at my age. Come up here. Yeah. Okay. So which young girl are you talking about? They all want to know. The nation wants to know.
Anne Frank.
Okay, so Anne Frank is the right answer. Well done. And what's the name of the book?
A Diary of Young Girl.
Yes. The Diary of a Young Girl is what I was looking for. Okay, well done. So you want a chocolate or a pen? Whatever. What, you know, I mean, these are kind of boys I miss in Delhi. Okay. So he's saying whatever. Can you give him one of each? Yeah. Okay. Lovely. One of each. Well done. Okay. So Diary of Anne Frank. Okay. Diary of a Young Girl. Well done. And the second last question I think now comes to you, Team B.
Excuse me, sir. You said 6 points.
Yeah, I said 6 points. Yeah, I said 6. Yeah. This is yours, Team B. Yeah. On the pounds, you have to give both parts correct. Born on the 2nd of August 1876, who is this freedom fighter and what was this freedom fighter's biggest contribution to India? Okay, so he was a freedom fighter. A lot of people were freedom fighters. He's not particularly known for what he did as a freedom fighter, but there is one thing that he did which has made a difference to India. What is that one thing? He's acknowledged to have done something. What? So this is your question, Team B. And anybody else wanting to answer? No? Okay, yours. I'm Muhammad Ali Jinnah. No, he's not. And what is his contribution? I want to hear this. What is his big contribution to India? Partition of India, right? Okay. I don't think I'd ask that question in this sort of way, but I love the way you think. Team A.
Sir, I know his contribution.
Tell me.
Sir, उन्होंने ट्राइबल एरिया में क्या बोलते हैं काम कराया था ताकि उनका हॉस्पिटैलिटी थोड़ा बढ़े. प्रकाश नाम से कुछ है.
A lot of things confusing you. Team I. Wait. It's passing this way. Team I.
Prakash Singh Amte.
Prakash Amte, no. Team I. And what is this that he did for India? Pingali Venkaiah, and he designed the Indian national flag. Well done. 10 points to you, Team I. Okay. And I think you're there somewhere in the lead. I don't know what the scores are. And the last question coming to you, Team A. After this, we have a buzzer round, which is for 40 points. Okay. Team A, take a look. Listen to this. Listen to this first.
আহ্বান প্রচারিত শোনিতব উদার বাণী হিন্দু বৌদ্ধ শিখ জৈন পারসিক মুসলমান খ্রিস্টানি.
Right, so I'm going to play this once again after I explain the question to you. Now, this is a song, okay? I want to know who wrote it. That's number one. Number two, this is the second stanza of the song. Okay? It's the second para of the song, if you can say that. I want to know what is the first paragraph. Okay? So I'm going to get you to hear it once again.
আহ্বান প্রচারিত শোনিতব উদার বাণী হিন্দু বৌদ্ধ শিখ জৈন পারসিক মুসলমান খ্রিস্টানি.
Right, okay. So, like I said, I want to know who wrote the lyrics and I want to know what comes before this stanza. Okay? So, anybody pouncing? The question is for Team A. Anyone pouncing on this? Not pouncing? You're going to wait? Okay, they are waiting. They are I think they know the right answer. I think they are hoping that you don't answer. So prove them wrong and give the right answer. Okay, wait. Anybody pouncing? 2 answers चाहिए. I need 2 answers. 2 answers. 2 answers चाहिए मेरे को. ये तो एकदम do or die वाली स्पिरिट में आ गया. Right, Team A.
First part of the question is Rabindranath Tagore wrote this song.
Okay.
And this is the Jana Gana Mana.
Absolutely. So the first stanza is our national anthem today, and this is Rabindranath Tagore. So that's 10 points to you. Well done, Team A. Audience, I think that deserves a big round of applause. Okay. Why didn't you pounce? To be on this, you're all safe side, don't worry. And we're going to look at the scores now before we start the final round. And I think you're going to feel very unsafe after that. Okay, so we've got, please note down these scores we want to now, okay? Team A, you're on 60 points. Team B, you're on 50, 5-0. Team C, you're on 90. Team D, you're on 31. Team E, you're on 50. Team F on 55. Team G on 60. Team H on 50. And Team I, you're on 80. Okay, so that's 80 and 90 right here. Okay. Remember, the buzzer round, questions are not going to come on the screen. I'm going to read out questions from a card. Okay. If you think you know the answer to a question, press the buzzer whenever you want. Yeah. I will do it. Don't worry. I will test it. I'm first telling you the rules. Okay. So rules of the buzzer round are that you don't have to wait for the full question. So if I start asking you who's the Prime Minister of, and you press the buzzer, I'll stop and I'll ask you for the answer. Chances are that you'll give me a wrong answer. Okay. But I will allow you that liberty. Okay. If you're wrong, the other 8 teams, please press the buzzer immediately. Don't wait for me. Okay. So if you know some answer is wrong, don't wait for me to tell you to press the buzzer again. You give me a right answer, you get +5. You give me a wrong answer, you get -5. You don't answer immediately, you get -5. The answer has to come out within the first 1 or 2 seconds. Yes.
Sir, for instance, if a team presses the buzzer and gives the wrong answer,
yeah.
So we have to press the buzzer after you say.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. The moment you know it's a wrong answer, you press the buzzer. Is that clear?
Sir.
The moment a team has pressed the wrong answer, the other teams which have not attempted the question can press the buzzer immediately.
If a participant presses the buzzer before asking your question,
I will stop and ask him to give me an answer.
And question, what will happen to the question?
I won't give the question. I'm smarter than them. Don't worry. Okay. I would love that to happen. Okay. You can press the buzzer whenever you want. Okay. You don't have to wait for the full question. So don't say later that I knew the answer but I was waiting for you to finish. Don't be polite. Okay. So you can press the buzzer whenever you want. We'll test each buzzer one by one. Team A, press your buzzer. Yeah. Team B. C. F. Yeah, E, I saw it. F. G. H. I. Oh, demo now. No. Next, again you'll have to press the buzzer for it. If they're wrong, okay? So we'll just try it, okay? I'll just run 1 or 2 questions just like that, okay? So, which Indian batsman, this is not for points, this is just to test, right? So which Indian batsman recently scored 188 in a test match? Now wait, everyone wait. It's Team I. Ajinkya Rahane, that's the right answer, okay? So that's +5 for Ajinkya Rahane. So if 2-3 lights go on, the one that pressed first will stay on and the others will disappear. Okay, so wait till that happens. Yeah. 8. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there it is. 8. Okay. I'll ask 1 or 2 more questions. Okay, so let's just see how this works. So, who is known as the father of the Indian film industry? Team I again. Okay. Now, I will say this is wrong to see what happens next. That's wrong. Okay. Now, we'll do a question where I want somebody to give a wrong answer. Can somebody give a wrong answer? I'll ask you a question, say Amitabh Bachchan is the answer. Okay? Right. So, who's the first, you say Amitabh Bachchan, not Sachin. I'll tell you why. Who's the first person in the world to score 100 international centuries? Correct. Don't wait for me to say that's the wrong answer. Okay? Wait, and that's how it must work. I will come to you and ask you to give an answer. Are you getting it? Did you understand this point? If somebody gives a wrong answer, okay, don't wait for me to say it's a wrong answer. Just press the buzzer. Okay? Team I, thank you very much. Okay, that was lovely. Okay, somebody had to say a wrong answer. Thank you very much. So 8 questions coming up. Audience, you've been a spectacular audience. You've not made any noise at all. I have to show you clippings of quizzes that I do in Delhi and elsewhere to understand how much noise audiences make and how much of my effort goes in trying to tell them to calm down. Okay? So thank you very much. And we have 3 to 4 minutes to go in this quiz. All of them have been very, very good. They've all come a long way from home. So can I ask you to encourage them by giving them a big round of applause to all of them? And of course, we know that team I is on 80 points and team C is on 90 points. So there's a big competition between the two of them. But there are other teams in the 60s and so on also. Anything can happen. It's 40 points. Somebody can get something wrong. Somebody can get something right. These 8 questions are on my card here. They're not on the screen. So I'm going to just stand here and ask these questions. And let me identify who's pressed the buzzer first. And you can go ahead after that. Okay. So first question coming up. Which essential compound's name is derived from the Greek phrase which means sweet wine? Okay, this is an essential compound. Our body can't do without it. Okay, its name is derived from the Greek phrase which means sweet wine. It contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Yes, team H.
Glucose.
Glucose it is. +5 for glucose. Well done. Of which country was Bhumibol Ahulya Dej? Yes, team D. My question was, of which country was Bhumibol Ahulya Dej the 9th king? Okay. The answer is Thailand. +5. Well done, team D. Okay. So they didn't allow me to finish, but that's okay. +5. 2 questions gone. Whose question is it next? Anyone's? Yeah. According to the Mahabharata, whose wives were Chitrangada and Ulupi? Chitrangada and Ulupi were whose wives as per the Mahabharata? Chitrangada and Ulupi were married to whom as per the Mahabharata? Nobody going for this. Chitrangada was a princess of Manipur. Ulupi was a Naga princess. They were both married to the same man, who was married to other women also. Who was this man? One of the other names for this man is Sabyasachi. This man is also known as... Yes, team I. Arjun is the right answer. +5. Well done. Who was the first Indian to score a century in T20 international matches? Yes, team I. Suresh Raina it is. +5. Well done. Which ancient city serves as the capital city of the Middle Eastern country of Syria? Which ancient city serves as the capital city of the Middle Eastern country of Syria? Syria, Syria, Syria.
So the ancient name or the new name?
Yes, team I. Damascus is +5. Well done. Rather, Damascus is correct, so +5. So how many questions gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The name of which Indian ruler means devoid of sorrow? Okay. This man also called himself Piyadasi. Okay. Yes, Imai. Ashok is the right answer. +5. Which nephew of Dr. C.V. Raman was also awarded a Nobel Prize? Which nephew of Dr. C.V. Raman was also awarded a Nobel Prize? So Dr. C.V. Raman's brother's son also received a Nobel Prize. What's his name? Yes, team A.
Chandrasekhar Ramakrishnan.
I'll give you 5 points, okay, in the nick of time. Chandrasekhar is the right answer. It's not Ramakrishnan. You're confusing Ramakrishnan Venkatraman, who got it recently, okay? So that's a different person, okay? So that's 7 questions gone. And the last question of this quiz coming. All of you ready? Yeah? So which capital city, okay? Which Indian capital city, so I'm talking about a state capital, was designed by an architect called Otto Kienisberger? Yes, team B. Chandigarh was designed by Le Corbusier, so that's wrong. That's -5. Which Indian state capital was designed by an architect called Otto Kienisberger. Team B, you can't press it again. Okay. What, you decided to stop? You declared the innings. Okay, right. I think they know the score and that's why they are doing this. Okay. Come on, be a sportsman. Answer. Okay, right. I can't do anything with these guys now. Okay. Team C, you want to answer this? No. What have they done? You were leading for 2 hours and look at what they did in the last 5 minutes. Long handle specialist. Yes, Team C. Not Delhi. Okay, I wish Delhi was designed by someone. Delhi is not at all. Okay, part of Delhi has been designed long time back, but that's -5 to you, Team C. Anybody else? Team H.
Kolkata.
Not Kolkata. That's -5. Anybody else going for it? No. Okay, so audience, who's going to answer this one? Which Indian capital city was designed by a German architect called Otto Kienisberger? Somebody in the audience. I'll give you a clue. When you step down at the airport of this city and you step out into the city, you see lots of paintings on the walls which are called Pat. Anyone? Eastern Indian capital city. Bhubaneswar, absolutely. Bhubaneswar is the right answer. Well done. And that is the end of this quiz. We'll take a look at the scores. And I have a vague feeling that somebody has done what all Indians like, which is what? What do all Indians like to see in a cricket match? No. Somebody hitting a century. Okay. I think some teams got a century. We'll take a look at the scores. But that's on the right. I can't see anything actually. Oh yes, there is a century. Okay. So the way the scores stand at the end of this are that you've got, everybody is looking quite respectable now. In fact, teams A and teams G, you had a chance but you didn't really go up very much. So I'll tell you what, we'll have a prize distribution, we'll reveal the scores then. Okay. I think let's keep the suspense going. We might know who's first, but we don't know who's third, fourth, fifth, sixth and all, right? Okay. So I'll give you some time to recover. And how did you feel, team I? Mesmerized. No words can mean anything. Come. I'll ask the audience. Audience, do you want to see them dance?
Why not, sir? Why not?
You can't disappoint them now. Where have you come from?
And they deserve.
Arey, Mithunda, come. Okay, right. Okay. If he lives in Bengal, he's a Bengali. You live in India, you're in India. Right, okay. So anyway, we won't get into these patriotism talks. So what I'm going to do is, ma'am, I'm going to hand over the mic to you so that we can continue with the prize distribution. But I just want to add a word of, I saw the questions that all these students had done before. And then I sat this afternoon and I tweaked my presentation and so on. And one of the things which I discussed with the teachers was also that I'm going to make the students think. I'm not going to ask them questions which have a direct answer. And I think some of them have struggled, but some of them have really come up also for it. Team C, how did you feel? Forget the last round. Last round you went to sleep, but before that you started answering questions, right? Okay. And team I, what happened to you? Team I. Sometimes you answered questions, sometimes you didn't, right? So what is it? Why? Strategy. Okay, so they didn't want to answer questions with strategy. Why didn't you answer questions when you knew the answers? You'll never be 100% sure in life. What will happen? If you don't try, nothing will happen. Okay? So I have to tell you this thing. So we did a quiz very recently for the Ministry of External Affairs and it was done for PIOs and NRIs. And the chief guest was Mr. Modi and he spoke at it and he said, a lot of people are criticizing us for what we are doing. He said, I think it is important to do something. And that is what I'm trying to tell all of you also that, you all have the knowledge. Okay? But you have to speak. It has to come out. Right? So a quiz like this is a great opportunity. Okay? I hope that you all go back with more knowledge than you began it with. Okay? I certainly am going back with more knowledge. Okay? And think of it as a journey that you begun and it's not over yet. Right? So best of luck to all of you. I'm going to hand over the mic. I've spoken a lot. I think more than enough. Ma'am, thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here. So, I'm sure we'll have fun distributing the prizes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all will agree with me that it was indeed an enthralling quiz. Give a roaring round of applause for Mr. Kunal Savarkar, our quiz master, for such a wonderful show. give a huge round of applause for all the participants for battling it out and showcasing their talent. We are fortunate to have principals of various schools with us. And I would like one of them, Mrs. Neeta Menon, Principal ABPS Jafrabad, to share her views for the Inquizitor 2016.
A mesmerizing evening indeed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chief Guest, Dagaji, Madam. Dignitaries present here, educators, principals of Aditya Birla schools, and the Adityans of both the schools, and all the schools which have come from various corners of our country. When I use the word mesmerizing, they were not just to add on this evening. It is mesmerizing and it is spellbound. Because I am no more having a feeling that I am in a place like VERAVAL. This is only because, Reggie Madam, you initiated. You took up the lead. Otherwise, we who are at this belt of the country would not be getting the advantage, and moreover, these children who are at this particular corner will not be exposed to a very impressive personality like Mr. Kunal. Mr. Kunal, thank you so much for making this evening so special. There is one more reason why I am congratulating Mr. Kunal to be here is, my daughter is a fan of yours, sir. And just now I received a text from her that you do take a photograph on my behalf. I believe you will give me that time, sir. I would like to quote here, talent wins games, but it gives us a lot of knowledge and learning experiences, and intelligence wins championships. Today's evening was amidst intellectuals and the budding Adityans. I believe in the month of September, when Reggie Madam gave us an information that these are the rules and these are the regulations for the quiz, they said it is going to be online, and we had a lot of questions in our mind. That how, I mean, this time when we have network problem, we have electricity issues, I don't know how this is going to be successful. And I remember after the demo and after the preliminary round was over, I did congratulate you, madam, with those words which were a very sincere feedback which I gave you. It was flawless. And this is what all principals had to tell, that it was an incredible job done. And I am again wanting somewhere to be your subordinate, to work under you, because you have been always appreciating your staff members, your team members. You never took this credit on your behalf. I believe ABPS team, you deserve a good leader. She deserves a big round of applause. I am sure all these months there may be an enormous amount of planning, discussing, strategic and meticulous planning, which only will lead us to this type of successful event. I no more see it as an event, I will see it as a very innovative concept brought in by people who are wanting our children to be exposed to better tomorrow. I will sincerely thank our CEO, our mentor Dr. Ganguly. In view of the 15 years of the GHR, he has brought in this novel concept of bringing us together once again. We had some years back, we had the zonal meet, and now once again we have something called the zonal celebration, which brings together, which binds together teachers, students from different corners. I could see some of them literally coming into blows there, literally very angry when the answers were being stolen away. But I could also see some of them cheering each other. And this is what any team, any type of conferences or any type of get-together gift us. Like many other feats, this spectacular event may be just one more feather in your cap, Reggie Madam. And this is a benchmark of quality. May your team and your students get many such opportunity to shine like this. Hearty congratulations to your team ABPS, and the meticulous planning here, when I am using the word, those two children who were the master of the ceremony, as he rightly said, they deserve a big round of applause, for that's what Dr. Ganguly normally talks about, Queen's English, and I'm sure you had a touch there also. The children who are onto the dais for the competition, you may not be winners, but trust me, most of the answers which you gave were brainstorming and were really, it really need a lot of intelligence to answer. And the audience also, I find many of them were talented enough to answer. I am glad to see the children who are present of both the schools. I only wish our students also could witness such programs. And all this could not be possible without the support of the management. And I'm indebted that there's a leader who is always there to support you. Hearty congratulations to the team, madam. A wonderful job done and a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your heartfelt appreciation. Your encouraging words will definitely inspire us to do something even more creative in the future.
Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, and most of all, love for what you are doing. And the man who proved this and reached the pinnacle of success is amidst us tonight.
Yes, you have guessed us right. He is none other than Mr. H.S. Dagar, President, Indian Rayon. We would like to invite Sir for his insightful and thought-provoking views for tonight's occasion. Sir.
Thank you, girls. A very good evening to all of you. I think after this kind of a program, do we really feel that there is a need of some more thoughtful, provoking speeches? Do you really believe this? Mr. Kunal, you were right. You see, there's no hand coming up. It's pretty late. Well, my dear colleagues, contestants on the stage, ladies, gentlemen, principals, and moreover the students of all the Aditya Birla schools. Once again, a very good evening to all of you. Inquisitor 2016, the name itself ignites something new. Forces us to think something additional, think something new. As it's already said, that somewhere we started the journey of industrialization and all way back when we were into traditional concepts, then gradually started improving. And now comes the era where everything happens with knowledge. And definitely it's the era of knowledge. But with this era, there's one more thing which comes, and there's a big talk of big data. How many of us have heard about this big data? Have you? Exhausted. That's what I can see. So let me keep my speech very limited. Now the thing is that lots and lots of data is available, and it's so said. Today evening we were having a session in which it was just declared that the kind of data which has been gathered, it's like 90% of the data has been gathered just within 2 years. Just try and understand the kind of data generation which is happening. In other words, what kind of information bombarding is happening on our brains. Idea is to pick the right one. And we are doing this through these kind of forums. Once again, Mr. Kunal Savarkar, you did really a wonderful job. Let me tell you, let's give a big round of applause. The dinner is waiting for us, so please don't worry. Let's energize. That was so wonderful, and thanks Mrs. Menon for appreciating and speaking such good words. Let me tell you, Veraval really deserves this kind of quality programs now. And I'm sure under leadership of Principal Mrs. Reggie, we are going to have such wonderful program again and again. I'm damn sure that the students here will feel no different from any other metro cities. That's our commitment. The team sitting here will make it happen. See, it so happened, I am not in the mood, but let me make it a bit lighter. What was happening during the quiz is, I was seeing people scratching their knees, and then I remembered Delhi. Lots of time he mentioned about Delhi. People say, हमारे यहाँ ऐसा कहते हैं, दिमाग घुटने में होता है. That was the reason why people were scratching their knees, and I thought there was a knee pain somewhere, but people really enjoyed that. The second side effect of today's program, I am saying side effect, not the main one, okay? Second side effect was all the ladies were looking at their husbands. Oh, you don't know this? Tell me how it was happening. Oh, you don't know this answer? My God, the husbands, they were trying to find a way, find a place where they should be looking now. It's so difficult for them. It was so interesting. I have deliberately not used the word which you wanted to hear. But it was. And believe me, Kunal ji, बहुत देर से ये इंतजार हो रहा था कि आप ऐसा कोई सवाल पूछें कि तुलसी का नाम क्या है. जो तुलसी का कैरेक्टर है उसका असली नाम क्या है, तो बहुत सारे ऑडियंस में से यहाँ खड़े होने को बेताब थे और बहुत देर से कोशिश कर रहे थे कि अब उसका जवाब दे. तो लेट मी टेल यू, दिस वाज रियली astonishing. And it started with a very nice note. The kind of detailing which happened right from the welcome song. We could see the tricolor hanging on the 5 girls. The kind of flawless arrangement, flawless preparation. Definitely there's a lot behind the scene, behind the screen, behind the stage which we are seeing here. Lot of efforts have been put in. Just try and understand from where it might have started. Selection of the dress, selection of the uniform, stage, contestants. Definitely you had a tough time, I know. Okay, going through all sort of quiz books and preparing yourself and just trying to see what can happen. The second thing which came in was just a motivator for all of you, which says that success is the first step of, the failure is the key to success. हिंदी में ऐसा कहते हैं दिल्ली के आसपास कि गिरते हैं सये सवार ही मैदाने जंग में, गिरते हैं सये सवार ही मैदाने जंग में, वो क्या खाक गिरेंगे जो घुटनों के बल चलते हो. कई बार कुणाल सावरकर जी ने ये प्रयास यहां पर किया और आप लोगों के अंदर वो जोश जगाने की कोशिश की. कई बार आपके अंदर जो वो छुपा हुआ हनुमान है उसको जगाने की कोशिश की और आप सब ने बहुत खूबसूरत प्रयास यहां पर किया. आई वुड नाउ थैंक द मैनेजमेंट ऑफ आदित्य बिरला पब्लिक स्कूल फॉर गिविंग अस such a wonderful evening, such a pleasant evening. What best we could have felt for or thought for on this Saturday pleasant evening. And believe me, jokes apart, we go much wiser, we go much intelligent, we know much better, we know many answers to different questions. और ये सब खेल खेल में हो गया. Once again, before I conclude, ladies, please don't look at your husbands in that way. Please don't do that. If you ask them power plant में कितनी power बनाते हैं, both the hands will be up. If you ask them हम rayon कितना बनाते हैं, all the hands as well as the legs will be up, as the quizmaster was telling. We are all thankful once again, thankful to the contestants, thankful to the school who made it more colorful. Thanks for your participation, and let me wish all of you winners definitely will deserve a big round of applause. For the participants also, who made this evening so enjoyable. Thanks to their school managements who could sponsor them to this place, and thanks once again, Madam Reggie and your diligent team. Believe me, the program was flawless. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thanks, and well done, guys and girls. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your motivating words. Your guidance has always driven us to aim for the sky.
Now I would like to invite Rajesh sir for the further proceedings and the most awaited prize distribution ceremony.
Thank you, Ishani and Jharna. John Milton famously said that gratitude bestows reverence, allowing us to encounter everyday epiphanies, those transcendent moments of awe that change forever how we experience life and the world. And I'm sure Mr. Kunal Sawakar has given the experience that will remain in our heart etched forever. And it is apt that this effort of his deserves a resounding round of applause. I would like to invite Mr. Yogendra Raghuvanshi ji, Senior VPHR Indian Rayon, to present Mr. Kunal Sawakar a memento and a gratitude plaque as a mark of our heartfelt indebtedness and love. I request Raghuvanshi sir. I also request Mr. Kunal Sawakar to come on the stage and accept our token of love. Principal ma'am is escorting him. It's just a small token of love, a gratitude plaque. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now the most awaited moment of the night. The ultimate victory in competition is derived from the inner satisfaction of knowing that you have done your best. And I'm sure that all the participants today put their best in and mesmerize the crowds here. Let me tell you, some of the questions definitely baffled, as Dagar sir rightly pointed out, their wives were looking at them. But you definitely deserve a big round of applause. And without much delay, let me invite Mr. D. Kamath, Joint President Indian Rayon, to felicitate the participating teams first. D. Kamath sir, I request Madam Principal to escort him. ABPS VERAVAL. Give a big round of applause. ABPS VERAVAL, Bhauti and Ananya. You are requested to come here. It's a beautiful designed certificate with their own photo and a memento from our school, Mr. Raghuvanshi sir, VPHR Indian Rayon. From Jan Seva Trust. Now ABPS Ravan. I request the prize distribution team to hurry up. ABPS Ravan. These are the participating certificates. We have Sardar Patel Vidyalay Sevagram. This is ABPS Ravan receiving the certificates and a memento. Sardar Patel Vidyalay Sevagram. ABPS Gulbarga. I invite the team from ABPS Gulbarga. They definitely deserve a big round of applause. Next would be ABPS Kotputli. Followed by ABPS Jagdishpur. This is ABPS Kotputli. Next is ABPS Jagdishpur. Well played. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Mr. H.S. Daga, Chief Guest of tonight, and President Indian Rayon to do the honors of giving the trophy and medals to the winners. Starting off with tonight's second runners-up, ABPS Hirmi, Chhattisgarh. The bags, the second runners-up, beautiful medals, certificates, a memento, and definitely a trophy. And the team which was actually leading up to round 4, but somehow missed out in the last round, that was the buzzer round. That's our first runners-up, ABHSS VERAVAL. Give them a rousing round of applause. ABHSS. So beautiful silver medal. Definitely one of them looks very tiny, but it reminds me of a famous saying, the size doesn't matter, what matters is what's in your heart. And the team that has left the opponents and the spectators spellbound by their poignant knowledge of various fields definitely used some of their tactics and strategies, is the winner of Inquizitor 2016 ABPS Rishra, West Bengal. ABVP, West Bengal. They definitely deserve a huge round of applause. The dream that began a couple of months ago has finally materialized. And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medals, the trophy, is the symbol of excellence. It's the epitome of hard work and the dedication. It's their continuous efforts, the guidance received from the teachers, principal, and definitely a lot of hard work put in by this. And the most coveted prize, the Inquizitor 2016 trophy, goes to ABVP, Rishra, West Bengal. Congratulations to the team. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request all the participants to take their seats in the audience. Thank you very much.
It is rightly said by William Arthur, gratitude can transform common days into thanksgiving, routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings.
Now, I would like to invite Kirti sir to propose the vote of thanks.
We have still one scintillating dance performance left after this, and I hope this information will help you bear me for a few minutes here. Great things done by a series of small things brought together. Good evening, all of you. It is the matter of great honor to host such a big event on such an important occasion. On the completion of 15 years of GHR education, we convey our best wishes to Dr. Shyamlal Ganguly and express heartfelt gratitude for giving us an opportunity to be instrumental in bringing together all the schools, all the ABPS schools on one common platform. It is a privilege and a great joy for me to extend vote of thanks to all those who have contributed in one way or the other to make this event a great success. I express my deepest gratitude to the chief guest of tonight's occasion, Sir H.S. Dagar and Madam Anu Dagar, who, despite of their tight schedule, have found time to grace this occasion personally. Sir, your presence is always a source of inspiration for all of us. Let me take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to Kamath sir, Yogendra Raghuvanshi sir, and Madam Vinita Raghuvanshi for taking out time and be the part of this event. My task would be incomplete unless I place on record my heartfelt gratitude to the center of attraction of tonight's quiz, the host of Inquizitor, Mr. Kunal Savarkar. We are indeed grateful to the other officials of Indian Rayon, principals and teachers of various schools for sparing their valuable time and make this evening more colorful. It is a matter of immense pride for me to introduce you with the brain behind the technology and the backbone of the online quiz, Mr. Mukesh Kumar, the PGT Computer Science ABPS VERAVAL. Profound thanks and gratitude are due to the Oxford University Press, as we would never have imagined this program without their association with us. At the outset, I place on record my sincere gratitude to the State Department for providing luxurious accommodation and delicious food to our guests, IT Department for their continuous support and guidance, Electrical Department for this illuminated environment, Horticulture Department for making the premises more beautiful, and Club Rasil for the innovative food stalls. I would like to congratulate all the participants for their enthusiastic participation and the student spectators to generate vibrancy in the atmosphere. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling weeks ago. It requires meticulous planning and dedicated team, and I'm proud to say that ABPS VERAVAL has been fortunate enough to be backed by such motivated teachers who are highly capable to accomplish any task. Here I conclude, thanking everyone who contributed directly or indirectly to make this event a memorable one. Thank you all once again. Over to regular anchors.
We have come to the end of the riveting Inquizitor 2016.
But to have tonight's memories etched for eternity in your hearts, here we invite a troupe of exuberant and vibrant dancers to enliven the atmosphere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
शैतानी चेहरा मासूम जिया नी तेरे दिल च शैतानी मेरा दिल लुटी जावे नी तेरे गल वाली ही गानी मेरा दिल लुटी जावे तेरे गल वाली ही गानी चेहरा मासूम जिया नी तेरे दिल च शैतानी चेहरा मासूम जिया नी तेरे दिल च शैतानी
end to a perfect evening. Give them a huge round of applause.
Now we request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत